pearls are classic. I mean, who doesn't love pearls? You look at them, they look elegant, they look classy, and they make elegant, classy jewellery when you're creating with them. I think right from the whitest of white pearl to the peach pearl, they're always stunning, and anybody can wear them. They're one of my favourites. You see them, don't you, in expensive jewellers, covered in diamonds. Diamond and pearls are the classic duo, and that's why I love pearls.
Pearls are always a huge seller on Jewellery Maker, and I think it's because there's a huge amount of emotional attachment to them. I think whatever walk of life you come from, whatever your age, you always associate pearls with maybe someone who's worn pearls before you, maybe your grandma, maybe your mum. So there's always that emotional attachment to pearls, and they can be classic, they can be contemporary, they can really be whatever you want them to be, and definitely one of my favourite gemstones.
There are two easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and Freesat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
I think when I look back on it, I think I was brought up as a beader, not a jewellery maker, a beader. Because, you know, we always had my granny's button box and lace box, and, you know, you could go through her beads and put them all together, string them, you know. Jewellery Maker is quality, and if you want the quality, that's who you've got to go to. I like your presenters and the certain ones. Yeah, and it's a shame it's so far because I'd like to do loads more courses. But yeah, I will always be buying from Jewellery Maker. I am that sort of person with energy who likes to jump from medium to medium. Depending on what day of the week it is, depending on what I feel like. I find I work differently if I'm sitting in my workroom at the table than I do when I'm sitting with a tray in front of the television. But yeah, no, I would say to new people coming in, if you are looking at genuine gemstones, it's got to be Jewellery Maker. I would say look at the bundles, because I think you do some really good bundles. And press the button quick and buy them. You know, don't wait to think about it, because I think that's one of the big things, is if you wait, it's gone. You can always order, and what I usually do is I'll order, and I'll have other things in the back of my mind that I can add to that order to get your postage money's worth. Yeah. And if I don't like it, I can send it back. But I think that is the way to buy.
It's fabulous to see you. Are you ready for a whole afternoon of fabulousness? Oh yeah, I bet that's exactly why you tuned in. Many of you watch of an evening. I'm usually there. It's lovely to have you joining me today. And many of you will be expecting to see Becky today, but she's already been on the morning show. A little bit of a mix-a-rooney round for your Sunday afternoon, just to keep it a little bit of variety and spice of life. I have a very special lady, and I bet you tuned in just for her. You did, didn't you? I know, yeah. It's the only reason you're here, right? It's Claire. Claire McDonald, everybody. Claire, how are you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm super good. Super good.
It's been a long time, hasn't it, since we've worked together?
I know. What's that all about?
I know. Keeping us apart.
I know. They do that with us,
They
though,
do.
don't
They
In
do.
fact, they do that with me and most people.
Yes, you're naughty.
Yeah, I think we get up to too many tricks and too much trouble.
I think so.
Yeah. What tricks and trouble have we got coming up today?
I'm going to be really good. I'm going to be really good, yeah. Yeah. really good today.
Well, I'm not. It's not my shift, so I'm only on for 4 hours. So I'm going to jam-pack 5 hours worth of awesomeness in the space of 4 hours. I've just been told by my director, if you're going to be good, then you just go now. He says, you either stay and be yourself or just go. Full of naughtiness, you have a fantastic kit. In fact, you've got a couple of kits coming up, haven't you?
2 beautiful kits, yeah.
What
Really
were you
lovely.
mentioning to me about a peacock the other day?
Yes, so yeah, done a small peacock, yeah.
And that's going to be, oh, that was a really good peacock noise in the gallery,
I think
actually.
I heard it, yeah.
Was
That's
it
really
really
good.
loud?
Is that Ben's? Yes, I think I've heard that, yeah.
Oh, why don't you do
We
it
need to
through
hear
the
it
door?
again.
Come on, Ben. Yeah, like come round to the door and do it so everyone at home. You do like to hear it. He's really, really good at it. He's on his way. This is our director, Ben, who's in the gallery usually. But he's coming through. Leon! That's
How
really
good is that?
Sounds really good. Almost sounds like he's saying Leon at the same time as well. Really, really. Is that how you do it? You should say Leon. Really high voice. Oh, I love that. Right, so we've got peacocks coming up. That'll be around our masterclass time, about 3 o'clock, won't
Yes,
it?
yeah, second kit.
Ooh, should we do some premieres this hour? In fact, do you know what? I want to do premieres for 4 hours. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Lots of pearls. Don't worry if you're not after pearls today. Oh my gosh, there is an amber charm. Don't know if I'm going to allow to do it, but I'm going to. Yes, we'll do it. Amber charm.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes, suit you. Sterling silver premieres. There is a sterling silver connector coming up. It's got a loop on either side and a loop at the bottom. 3-loop connector. Like you can have it in a necklace with some chain and a drop coming from it with a pearl in the middle. Sterling silver. I've got 2 different designs. They are gorgeous and under £20. Massive pearl. What do you think of my studs? Claire made these for me today. Are they still in my ear? Yeah, they are. Have a look at these. Claire made these for me today. How pretty are these?
Those pearls are incredible. They're so round and
They are.
smooth and beautiful. Yeah, gorgeous.
A lot of love for these. Claire popped that together for me earlier because she's a superstar. But I put it in a bit early because I don't think it had. I think it had like 2 minutes to set. So if it comes apart, it's because it's literally Claire had it for like a minute, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. Put it in. It's fine. We're going to tell you it's fine. And so it did start to fall off. It's purely because it hasn't been had the time it requires to set. But it's gravy. It's fine. Tanzanite coming up. Peacock pearls. Can I show you actually? The biggest peacock pearls we have of the entire earth. They're so sizable. And knowing Leon, I can't do it. I tried it. Oh, these are lovely. What's nice about these is they aren't too dark and they're not too light. They're the perfect, for me, medium of what you look for in a peacock pearl. You get the baby blues, you get the darker blues, you get the violets, you get the lights, you get the lilacs. You've got pinks in there. You're getting really almost a sort of a hazy sunset tone coming through as well. Really lovely. In fact, it matches your outfit perfectly, Claire.
I did try and think about that because some of the pearls I got were peacock pearls, so I did think. So there was a little bit of thought that went into it.
Was there?
Yes.
A little bit of thought went
little
into
bit of
me
thought,
as well today. I thought I'll put my hair up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Should we get started with these? These are gorgeous. They're huge. Do you fancy a pearl half drilled? Yeah. These, I haven't ever seen these before. They're huge. It's so sizable. They're white pearls, which you see 10 by 11 mil for one massive, perfect pair. Now, what's so good about them, it's a pair as in you're getting 2, not pair as in the shape. How striking are they? Perfect in their matching of the sizes. They are pretty right. They're a button, so only just flat at the bottom. That's a little bit of a hair from the mat. They are so sizable. They're perfectly chosen, or they're chosen because they're perfect, sorry, if that makes sense. They have been chosen by it. Do you know how difficult it is to choose perfect matching gemstones? And that in itself is a skill. People train for 3 years to do colour matching. I thought I had a really, I'm very fortunate in thought to be, I've got 20/20 vision. And my colour is really, really good. I'm pretty good, at least I thought. I was in Thailand watching people colour match when we used to do our colour matching in Thailand. This lady had 3 separate piles. And I was looking at what she was, it was a Swiss blue topaz at the time, or a sky blue topaz. I couldn't tell the difference. She was picking it up, looking at it this way, looking at it this way, looking at it this way, and then deciding pile. Picking it up, and then that pile. Thinking they all look, and I looked at the piles and I thought the piles look exactly the same. And I said, are they different? What's different about them? She said, well, they're different colours. Or different hues of the same colour. I was like, do they all look the exact same? No. Different hue in different like situations. You just hit a hint of a different hue. 3 years to train to colour match, and that doesn't even necessarily mean you'll be able to graduate. 3 years to train colour matching. And that's a calibre, that's a standard of ladies and gentlemen who will colour match your gemstones. It takes them 3 years to do that. I thought I was quite good with colour. Evidently not. These have been colour matched for you. So you don't need to worry about I've got a good eye and I colour match them. No, these have actually been done professionally for you. That is a profession. How many of us forget that? I forget it sometimes.
I think so, yeah. It's like when you get, you know, like strands of gemstones that are graduated like that, and you think how much work has actually gone into getting it to look like that. It is, yeah. We should all be very respectful, shouldn't we?
Yeah. And then, I mean, I've got so many of these allocated already. I think the main reason these are being allocated is, one, because they're perfect, but also in colour. They're flawless in their surface. There's no markings, no pitting. They're very, very sizable. They're 11 by 10 millimetres, so they're very sizable. Also, the fact is we just don't do them. We don't do them this size. How difficult it is to set these in earrings? Well, it's not, is it, Claire?
No, it took seconds, didn't it? I think with the glue. But also I would look at those and think, because of the shape of them, so I would be putting them into, you could do wire work pendants or cuffs, because it's not coming up too high, so you've got like a wide bottom, if you like, and then like a little dome, so it'll sit beautifully in wire work as well.
Almost like a cabochon,
yes,
you could maybe start to treat it as. Oh my word, and then you could use that drill hole, because many cabochons you don't have any drill holes in them. Use that drill hole if you're a bit like me and you're not very good at your wrapping or you're not very confident in it. Put the glue in as you would if you were setting it like a post, and then use that wire around it.
Absolutely,
so you've got an extra security. So that could be, imagine that as a ring. Oh, she says. I mean, that would be a stunning, if I could hold my hand flat, a stunning ring. Oh, well, you've got 2 of them. So it's completely up to you what you would like to do with them. So many of these are already allocated and I haven't even got a price. Let's get a price on. I nearly coughed. Well, I did cough there, didn't I? Is that for real? Producer Toby? What have you been up to in there? How did you manage that? These are so sizable. Maybe if they're about 4 mil round, not that size. They're so big.
And that's not much, it's not very much work, is it, to go into producing a very, very beautiful piece of jewellery. So I'd say if you're going to do bridal commissions or anything like that, yeah, definite must.
I normally would not say this is an add to your order opportunity, looking at what I've got in my hand, how perfectly smooth they are and the quality of them. At that price point, if I ever see anything for £5 or less than £5, under 5, I appreciate it's only 5 pence under £5. But for me, that's an add to your order price. Without a shadow of a doubt, that is an add to your order opportunity.
And, you know, if your budget allows to maybe multi-buy, so you could have your full suite then, couldn't you? Because you could have your pair of earrings, it would be very straightforward, but then you could spend more time on, if you like to do wire work, your more intricate pieces for your pendants, you know, your bracelets, things like that. So
imagine that as a centre of a bracelet, or using 2 of them. Just to let you know, I've got a couple of people messaging in who may be new to this show. That's not monthly instalments of £4.95. That's just a one-off payment, that's it. It's just once. Post and packaging is £2.95, and you do get the pair. You are getting, it says 1 pair, so that's 2. For 2 constitutes as a pair, so you get both of them. And they are matched for you, so you don't have to get, it's not as if you're going to get separate ones from separate batches. They are all perfectly matched. So what I would advise you to do is, if you are getting a pack home and you're doing what so many people have done, Lee, and it's so good to see so many of you getting involved this afternoon. It's lovely to see. Do you know, I have so many complimentary pieces coming up to go with it, silver findings, or whether it be pearls or other gems. I've got rubies coming up today that are so low in price. I've got tanzanite coming up. There's plenty of treats for you. Sue in London's messaged in. Hiya, Sue. I'll just read your message over here. Oh no, it's here. Hi, Ali and Claire. Looking forward to a great show. By the way, your hair is looking very sophisticated today, Ali. Cool. Thanks, Sue. I'm probably fall out halfway through the show. Could you really hold that? I've popped a few bobby pins in there, so we'll see how long it lasts. A lot of hairspray though, it's almost like stuck. Thanks. I thought I would give it a wee go. I don't know why. I just woke up this morning and thought, oh, Pearl's Jean Kelly hair up. That's what I thought.
From where I am, it could be like a nice bob as well. Have you ever had a bob?
No.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice as well.
I think. Oh. Well, there you go. In saying that, I was admiring Fleur guest designer Fleur's bob yesterday.
Oh, I think she must have, it's really nice
She's
at the
cut
back,
it at the
isn't
back,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's like a Victoria Beckham sort of back.
Yeah.
Righty-ho. £4.95. I digress. Sorry about that. Last look at these before I show you on. Always write the code down of anything you like, just in case you haven't opened an order and then you do later on think, oh, actually, £5, I might add those. GXMG15. GXMG15. Check those out as soon as you can. I have so many. Oh my gosh, right, this charm I love. How many have I got of these? Have I got a good quantity? Because how much do you trust me? Claire, you would want this, purely from looking at the findings on your bracelets from earlier today,
yes.
How dainty and elegant they were.
Yeah.
Think of hearts, think of pearls, think of silver, think of combined charms of hearts and pearls and silver, and think of a £10 price point.
Yes, please.
Think of 200 in stock. Yeah? You got to do this. You got to get these. These are so pretty. Love this. Love this. Now, I'm sorry, this isn't just a slithering of a sterling silver heart. This is a puffy sterling silver heart. 1.8 grams for the charm. You could separate this and have as two separate charms. So for me personally, this is £5 a charm. A heart with a pearl, and then a textured heart underneath. If I flip it to the side, how very did I? A textured sterling silver heart.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
What do you think?
I don't know whether I, because I really like them together.
Yeah, they are.
I might have to get
pretty.
two so I could have both, because they do look lovely together. I like the movement together.
Yeah, it's very pretty. You're getting the texture and the layering and the luster from below, and then you're getting that prong setting. I mean, that's hand set, that prong. That pearl has been set by hand. How pretty is this? That hasn't come across in the picture quite as lustrous, has it? It's just a little bit hard to do so when you've got such a fantastic detail on there. Now I've got lots and lots of baskets. Ali straight in, my namesake in the Isle of Man. You've got two straight away. Multi-purchases. So pretty. 95 sterling silver, 1.8 grams, 15 by 10 mil. It's not exactly shy and retiring. It's a 4 mil pearl. It's very sizable. Keep them together, separate them. I've got a promise to you, under £10, £9.95. For me, in essence, two charms. Yes, they're perfect together, but for the amount you've got, I mean, normally we could bring you a charm like that for £9, or the previous one, the one at the back, however you wish to use it. But you do get two jump rings, if my eye sees correctly. And then you get one jump ring looping them together. So 3 jump rings within there, plus you get the main loop within each charm. What do you think? They've got a 925 stamp on the back. Can you see that? If I move my finger out the way, just there it is. 925 sterling silver stamp on the back. Whoop, there it is. And you can have whichever one in front that you prefer, but I think it looks quite nice with that one like that. It's just slightly smaller, and the puff of the heart on the other one, in fact, is it the same size? Maybe it looks smaller because it's hollow compared to the one at the back, which is very, very thick. Can you see that? Look how much silver you've got there. That's a charm. How crazy is that? That for me is a main pendant on a necklace. Lots and lots of treats coming up for you today, but I don't have anything else like that. That for me is the one if you want to get, I mean, adding a boat ring clasp onto that, making it
interchangeable. Yeah. I'm thinking, if you've got, because I'd bought all the, the sterling silver jump rings to do like a sweetie bracelet. I mean, you could add something like that, couldn't you? Or just put it on a chain. I mean, yeah. So and give it to so many different people as well, for different meanings. It's lovely. And
pearls, June's birthstone. You're supposed to give it to a bride on her wedding day to prevent her from crying. Imagine a horseshoe that you've made with pearls and have that on it. Pretty, pretty. £9.90. I want it.
I want it.
Yeah, you want it too?
I want to, yes.
I have to ask you twice, do I?
No.
We want it. We want it. I've got so many treats coming up today. I've got pearls. I've got sterling silver. I've also got other treats that are not pearls. I've got tanzanite that's a premiere for you. Look how long this strand is. It's A graded as well. I'm not even going to begin to talk about the price because it's far too low. I've got the one to own coming up, pearl studs. That would look quite nice with that because they're very, very similar sizes, and it's 2 different types of pearls, so you've got the option of wearing it with lots of different outfits, lots of different colours. Lots of you getting involved. I mean, collectors in London have got 6. Half the stock's already gone, so it won't be there for very long at all. So do check that out if it's in your basket. Sorry, this one is SXPK83. Now, regular viewers, I know you know this, but if you're a new viewer, you might not be aware. If it's in your shopping basket, it doesn't technically mean it's yours. I know. It's on a first come, first served basis. So if somebody either calls through or joins us on the web and checks out for you, and the majority of people who've got this have got a multi-purchase, that therefore then means they might just check it out fully and then it'll come out of your basket. So do bear that in mind. I was thinking about this the other day. Imagine you were going to the shops, right? And this is how I say it, and it's the last milk in the whole shop, right? It's a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, the shop's shut early, and there's only 1 pint of milk left, and everybody's gone to the shop to get that same pint of milk, right? You put it in your basket, start walking around the shops. It's not technically yours yet. So somebody, and nobody would do this, but somebody could take it out of your basket, run to the till and pay for it before you. They could do that. They wouldn't. I mean, people wouldn't do that, but technically they could. They could, and then go to the shop. And you feel bad about that. But you don't know you're doing it on the web because it's not you that does it. If you just check it out, it just automatically goes into the first basket that's checking out. It's like somebody's taken your milk and gone and paid for it before you. It's kind of like that. So, but they don't have to look you in the eye. No, you don't know it's not you that does it. It's just automatically the computer just puts it in. Whoever's checking out first, it just goes to them. So it is on a first come, first served basis. Because bear in mind, I don't know if you're like me, sometimes I put things in my basket and then I don't get them. I don't know if I do. Not in the shops, but if online, I'll put all the things I like in, and then I'll get to the checkout, and then I'll wheedle it down to what I can actually afford.
But last night, I got. Do you remember you got the star and the pearl rings?
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I did get one for. No, I got one for the 3 of us.
Oh yeah.
But so I put it in my basket, and I thought, oh, I'll just leave it. And then I thought, no, I need to check that out really quickly. But then everything started freezing, so you should just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Don't hang about.
I've got over 20 in baskets, half the stock's already gone. I don't say it to rush you, I say it to help, because you can always change your mind if you've got it, but if you haven't got it, you don't have a choice, do you? You're just like, oh, well, I can't do anything now, I haven't got it. But if you've got it and you think, actually, you know what, I'm going to change my mind, you've got 30 days to change your mind, and your car doesn't usually charge until it's due to be shipped anyway, and it's not going to be shipped right now because nobody's in the warehouse. So, Sunday. So there we go. That is, yes, I just pointed out the day of the week, didn't I? It's Sunday. Righty-ho, enjoy that. If there's any, well, there won't be any left, will there? No, Claire and I would have gone for that. The kit coming up for you in this hour is divine. Yeah, you get a kit in this hour as well. I know. Ooh, let's get it on. It's not just any old kit. When do nugget strands of emeralds have tassels on them? Very rarely. These aren't just nuggets. These are whopping tumbled emeralds. Peach, or we called them apricot, either way. I think they're a peachy apricot. This is lovely. Oh, is it? Oh, it's going to be very special. Hold on, rose gold. Been going on about this all weekend. I still haven't got that rose gold chain that I really wanted from Friday night. I was talking about this earlier. If anyone knows the code, can they send it to my Facebook page? Because I want it. I want to buy it. Right. 0.4, 0.8 mil, 2.4s. It's almost like we know that's a weaving wire, we want to give you more. And 1 mil. 10 metres of each, and you're getting 2.4, so that's 20 metres of the 0.4, which is used as a weaving wire. If you don't know what that means, do not worry, don't worry, because we'll explain how to do it. 1 millimetre is technically renowned as being a structural wire. But I'll let Claire speak about that because she's a wire whiz. And wire whiz. I like that. A wire whiz. They say the wire queen whiz, but then I thought if I don't, it won't rhyme. So wire whiz. Wire whiz queen. She's a queen wire whizzer.
I'm not repeating that one.
I'm going to stop because that's tongue twisting. That could end up not going so well. So 40 metres in there. Wow! I hadn't even seen this in the flesh. In the picture, it looks much smaller. It's huge. It's bigger than my nose. This is big. It's like bigger than my eye. That's huge. On the picture, it looks nice. It doesn't look anywhere near as big as it is. Gosh, that's huge. Oh, I like this. What do you think? Much bigger than the picture. And then hold on a minute, this one's even bigger. Oh, wow. That's good though. I always like, if something looks smaller than it is and then you get it and it's even bigger, that's good, isn't it? I like that. Well, it is. I think to under-promise and then over-deliver is a good thing. I can't see that flower. Chrysanthemum? Is that how you say it? Chrysanthemum? There we go. I've tried it twice. I'll leave it there. You've got your white shell, which has been hand carved with a drill hole in the center. And then you've got your leaf, which again has been hand carved. The Wildwood Flower Collection. Oh, this is beautiful. When you see what Claire has made, one, you're probably going to need to sit down to try and take it in. It's incredible. And then to know that this is something we can make by hand. This has not been made by a... See, when you see what Claire's got, you would think it's been made by a machine. It's that good. You would think that that's something that is... You can't possibly do that by hand. It's mesmerising. It's so beautiful. I want.
Thank you.
I want. Dibs, 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 dibs. If I could dibs on it, I would absolutely dibs on it. Probably can't though. Pearls! Oh, these are pretty colours. What do you think? I think they're quite complementary. And they will go very well with the deal of the day that I've got for you coming up. Whoa! Yeah, and just slipping in the deal of the day there, like that's something we get every day. That's incredible. I really want it. I really want this. I really want that. I really want this. Well, imagine you just get this actually. If there's anything I've got today that you've seen or that you know is coming up and you want to put it with anything that we've seen already, do ask me, because I think it's always quite good to have a look at things together, especially when they're on the TV. I appreciate you can't do that, but I can. That's part of why I'm here, to assist and facilitate what you might need. So in the shops, you pick things up and put them together, don't you? And you see if you like them or if they would go. Well, I can do that for you. So just drop me a message if there's something you want me to do on JewelleryMaker.com, or text us 60777 as the network number, or as the number, and it's free to message on JewelleryMaker.com, and it's your normal network charge on the text. And JM Studio at the start of the text to make sure we get it. Otherwise, it just floats about the ethos, because there isn't, in fact, other people who use that same number. For example, a radio station that I heard when I was driving the other day, and they were like, text 60777. I was like, that's our number. So do start with JM Studio, because they'll start with the radio station or whatever. Because otherwise you'll be sending the messages going, can you put the sterling silver with the nuggets, please? And they'll be like, what? What song's that? And then we've got some emeralds. Oh, huge, tumbled, natural emeralds. They graduate, which is quite handy because it gives you the option of making big pieces and dainty pieces as well, I imagine. It gives you, as a jewellery maker, Claire, does that give you more variety of what you can create with your pieces? Yeah,
absolutely. And you can also work with the scale. So if you want to do like a suite of jewellery, so you've got a similar theme, you can, you know, use, say, larger ones if you want to do like a pendant, or maybe smaller ones in earrings. So it's really, really useful when you've got different sizes.
Well, you've got that. You've got pearls. You've got your one. Now, normally you would get sort of the gemstones and then the odd one. Sorry, I just squeezed that in there. How rude. Sorry. Shimmying on in there. There's some more. And then you're getting these. So it's almost like these should be separated. You either get sort of the gemstones and the hand carved, and they're so thick, aren't they? It's not as if it's a thin slithering. That's a bit tongue-twisting to say as your first few words of your Sunday afternoon, isn't it? Thin slithering. But it's not. It's big and bold. I'm quite impressed by how thick these are.
Yeah, I love that about the things that we have. In the same way, you know, with the silver charm that you had as well, that you essentially it would look the same from the front, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And you could get away with making it a little bit thinner, just be a bit more flimsy. But we always do. I think that was really, really good quality. I think that's a credit to Jewellery Maker. You know, you've got that strength there.
And I think it makes a difference. It's about quality as well as quantity. We don't have thousands of these. We've only got, we've only got not even 70. So, and that's without a price. So bearing in mind, once we see what the sort of price is going to be, that tends to change as well. So we can offer all of these individually, which is what we normally do. You can get the wires individually. You don't often get shells like these hand-carved shells. These usually come as part of a kit, and that's part of the luxury of getting the kit. All of this together is only £46 and 5p. So that's not even £10 a reel of wire, and then £10 a strand. That's, in fact, hold on. This is our normal price. I can't even calculate the normal price, never mind reducing the price. We're going down. All righty then. Oh, I like that. So what are you doing? Are you doing the price for the... Sorry, Tom and I don't get to work together very often. I think we've worked together once. Producer Tom, he's fabulous. I like it because he sings. He's going, we're going down. I like that. I like to sing as well. What's that the price for then? The wire or for the... You can't... He's laughing. He's like, it's everything. It's not everything. He didn't say it quite as high pitched as me. That was me. It's everything. You want... Oh, everything. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. That's what I got in my ear there. Who is that? That rocks our Ben and Toby together. Love that, right? So 2 strands of pearls. How are we going to do this then? How are we going to calculate this? Well, let's not calculate it. Let's just buy it. Let's just have it. Let's just have it. Now, quite a few have been already allocated. In fact, wow. Okay, I only had 70. You'll need to be quick on this one. Just shy of half the stock being allocated. What I love the fact is your daughter's called Laura. One of your 2 daughters is called Lola. Lola's in London. Hey. Yay! Love that. Lovely to see you. Tina's in Devon. Sharon's in Essex. Irina in Essex. I find it really funny. I don't know whether it's something to do with the computer system or what, but whenever you get 2 people from the same location, they always come in at the same time, and people with the same name always come up on my screen at the exact same time. It's not that, I'm just saying it's really funny. I don't know. I thought it was based on when you check out, but literally, you always Essex, Sussex, you all get put together when you come through. I've got less than 50 available. I had 70 to begin with, and we've only just put the price on the screen. I'm trying to work it, because normally for a reel of wire, 5, 10, 15, 20, if we did them at £5 a reel, that means all of this is £6.95. So you're not going to get 2 strands of pearls, a whole strand. I mean, how much are these? £14.95 on their own at least? You would think. So £14.95, £1 each for one of these. That makes yours £16.95. And then £20 for 2 strands of pearls and 4 reels of wire. It's wrong.
Sometimes it's best not to, because it doesn't make sense. So I think, yeah.
No, let's just not.
Because the gauges of wire, so you've got pretty much, you've got your structural wire, 2 lots of your structural wire there, and 2 lots of your weaving wire. Yeah. So, I mean, some people prefer to work with a 0.8 or a 1 mil. You've got the choice. Yeah. You've got all that weaving wire. And you're talking about the leaf, the shell leaf, that is strong enough that, if wire work is not your cup of tea, you don't want to sort of really embellish it, it's strong enough to, you could just put it on a head pin and wear it on a long chain, and it's, you'll have a really, you can wear it and feel comfortable that you're not, you haven't got to be really precious about it, because it's durable as well. So
yeah, and you wouldn't, exactly, when something that's there, it might move around, you might bump into things. I know I bump into things as well. It's probably my height, but I do bump into things like doors and walls.
Do you want to sit down here?
But probably. No, because it's got wheels, it's a bad idea. But with, as you mentioned with the leaf, there's a lot of styles, especially on the high street and elsewhere, with celebrities as well, where they're having actual leaves with carved leaves and shells, and you layer it up, a bit like that pendant that we had that had the heart, and then the other heart that was hollow with the pearl in it, layering it up. I know Pip, one of our kit designing team, many of you will know, and he produces as well, I think it's Paige's GM, guest designer Pip, and producer Pip. It's like a really long producer and kit designer Pip. It's really long because he actually wears one of those leaves
on a long chain, doesn't he?
He wears 2 leaves next to each other on a long chain, and it's really quite stylish. And he's one of these really cool festival-going cool people.
He is very cool.
You just want to be cool, like wearing cool cardigans. And
he does it sort of effortlessly, doesn't he?
Yeah. So that sort of idea that you say, if you're a bit like me and you're not very good, although I do give it a fair go, then you could just do it like that. I'm not going to talk anymore because I want Claire to show you how to work with this, because this is something that I know so many of you will want to be able to do. And there's no good in a newbie watching this and thinking that's great. I've got all the kit and caboodle. How do I actually make it? Well, we're going to show you. What are you going to show us, Claire? Because I want you to show us.
I'm going to show
all
you.
of it.
Show you elements, because what I've tried to do, so I've tried to do obviously the more intricate wire work that we've got on the one nearest you. So we're going to go through the different weaves on there and how you can sort of build that up, and you could sort of make your own variation. But I also wanted to do some like more simple designs just to show you. For that, you know, if you went that just a straightforward pearl bracelet with the, and I've just got one of the peachy ones sort of on the drop.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's you would be looking at paying more than, you know, £27, wouldn't you, for that? And that's just straightforward. So that's really easy jewellery making techniques.
I love your designs,
you know,
Claire. But a message from Angelique saying,
"Oh, thanks, Angelique.
Claire, I love your designs and kisses." We could put that heart charm on from earlier. Yes, that's true. It's a really good call, producer Toby.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Be lovely. So I thought what we'd do, we'd do a little bit of weaving, and then how you can structure that that sort of that pendant.
It's amazing.
Okay. So, if I show you this bit first, so this is what we're going to end up trying to get, but I'm going to then break it down into bits that aren't in the kit, so that hopefully you'll be able to see it just a little bit clearer. So this is what we're going to end up hopefully to get. So we're going to have, our pendant is based on using the 1mm, but again, if you prefer, you could do it with the 0.8 that you've got in there. But you can see, so if I separate these out, I'm sort of building it all in one go. So I've got my 5 pieces of my 1mm, and I just do a variety of weaving and then shaping other parts. So we've got a couple of different weaves, but it's all on that one base. Okay, so if we start off, so that's what we're going to end up with. So if I start off, so I would have taken it, now depending on how much embellishment you want sort of going around the focal piece, so you could have, I've obviously used the flower that's in there, but you could make the smaller flower. It's entirely up to you. So you want enough that's going to go all the way around, take your weave, and then to have the added embellishments of the bit. So I think I've probably got about 9 inches there, so just the 1mm. So like with all your wire work, I would spend a bit of time, just condition your wire slightly. So if you've got your nylon jaws, you know, just run it through a little bit so that you get rid of all of those kinks. So you've got nice, smooth wire, because what you want is when you lay them together, and once you start weaving, you're not going to be able to get rid of all those kinks then. So spend a bit of time, just condition it a little bit. So if I swap now, so that's what your actual wire would be, so that's from the kit, but just so that you can see it a little bit better. So I'm just going to swap over to the thicker gauge wire. So a couple of the different weaves we've got. So I've got my 5 1mm strands. So I'm going to start with to do like it's like the zigzaggy weave that I've done quite a few times before. So if I just show you, I've got that zigzag weave there, so you can see it's going up and down. Now what that allows me to do is it will allow me to get a bit of structure on there. So when it obviously starts off, it's going to be flat like that, but then I can mould it slightly, so it almost becomes, can you see, a much more of a 3-dimensional. So that's going to give me the support to sit my focal piece into. So it's a really useful weave if you want to go around cabochons or things like that. So if I just pop that out of the way.
And that was, can I just check what gauge wire you used? The 1mm, was it?
So that's the 1mm. You could have a go if you preferred with the 0.8, yeah.
Are you going to use this in a minute?
No, you can, do you want it?
Yeah.
You want the...
Can I try?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yes.
Like that. So how we're going to start off, so I've got this is going to be my, so this is my 1mm here, and this, the darker wire would be what you would use as your 0.4. So obviously these are a lot shorter, but I want to leave enough, so whereas normally I might start my weave down here, I'm going to start sort of central, because these ends, sort of if I go from my finger onwards, that's what we're going to use to create like the tendrils of that, you know, the wild wood. So I'm going to start off.
Tendrils.
It's a good word, isn't it? Tendrils. So if I just move these up. So we're just going to anchor on. And again, I would always leave a little tail so that I've got good tension here. So I'm going to anchor on. And then I'm going to add in my next wire. And I'm just going to take that and I'm wrapping around. Now I'm placing this wire. I'm not pulling really, really tightly because I don't want to pull that gap together. Because at another point, so that gap there, I don't want to pull it too close together. So I'm going to go over again. So you can see I'm placing that wire and then I'm going to come through the centre. And then I'm going to add in my third.
I missed the
Should I go
start.
back a bit?
Yeah, no, sorry. No, don't wait for me. It's fine. I missed the
I'm
start.
going to add in the third, and again, 2 on there. Now you can change this weave as many times as you like. You can add your own spin on it if you like, because you could just do 1 weave on here and 1 weave here, or you could do 3. So every time I do 2, if I show you the difference now. So if I add in here, it'll be easier to see what I'm talking about. So on those ones I've done 2. So on this one, I'm going to come over, so I've got my 2 there, and again, I'm going to come up to the front. So if I held it like this, I'm in this direction here, and that wire is pointing towards me. So I'm going to come over the top, and again, place it around and come through. So I'm always wrapping 2 wires. And again, I'm working really, really close and putting all the tension really, really close here, because as always, this is wire we're working with, not a thread. So if I just show you the difference now, so if I decided to change it, and I wouldn't do this sort of mid-weave normally, but just to show you, I could just have 3 here. So I add in, introduce my next wire, and if I come down here and back through, bring nice and tight and wrap again. So can you see you're sort of like going on the up and the down. So I'm going up, and then I'm going to come all the way down. So if I just splay these out a little bit so it's a little bit clearer. That's very neat. Very nice. So now that I'm on the downward side, the next 2 that I need to wrap around are these 2 here. So to wrap around those, rather than you would think most of the time, all right, I'm going to drop down 2 here. We actually need to drop down 1 further than we think. So I've come all the way down here, and I'm going to wrap again, and so it's a wrap and place really, not pulling, because if I pull too tightly again, although I've got these bits that are, so those 2 wires that are at the top will stop it from squeezing too much, but this is where you're going to start to bend your wires. So try and keep your tension quite nice and even. So I'm going over and bring down. So if I push all that together, can you see how I'm starting to come up and down? So I'm going to bring round and do the next 2. So all the time I'm wrapping around my two wires. So come all the way down, and then the bottom 2. So I'll hold this up so that you can see. So I've got that sort of that pyramid. So I'm going all the way and back down. So if I just take that now, so you can see, so I've got going up and down. Now if I pull that out, and this is entirely up to you, whatever your preference is, I can fill a bigger surface area if I open that weave up. If I want it to be like sort of super neat, I can push it all together and it'll be a lot more concentrated, but I'll have to obviously do more weaving to fill the length that I need. But if I turn that round to the camera so you can see a close-up of there. So you can see, so we've got that sort of that triangular effect. Okay, are you getting that?
Yep. Yeah.
Lovely.
Think so.
If I actually show you on the piece that we've got, so if I move that out of the way, so you can see here, so that's what it's going to look like. Sorry if I turn it the right way. That's what it's going to look like. So you've got your, can you see how I would just fill an area? So I've left a good few inches either side because they're going to form the other part of my the pendant, but this bit here is going to be the main body, and because if I've got that nice, I've got 5 wires and I've got that nice weave, it allows me to just create a bit more structure. So there we go.
A message on from you from Liz actually. It's no wonder that your designs are so beautiful, Claire. This demo is so clear. I feel like I could do this weave and make it look quite good.
Oh, that's lovely. That's brilliant to know. Thank you.
Can I just agree with you, Sue, and Liz, sorry, and can I just show you, this is the first time I've ever done this.
Brilliant.
Ever.
Lovely. Really lovely.
That's your teaching.
And that's, I mean, I use this weave all the time. So, I mean, I do a lot of stacker bracelets using that weave because, again, you've got that, you know, you've got a good solid piece of, the wires there, because it's a great way to bind them all together. So how it would be, it would have looked like this before I bent it. So I've got this big section here with doing the weave that we've just done. So what I want to do, when I know that I've got enough to sort of bend round, and to do that, you can either use your, if you've got, you know, the nylon jewel pliers with the curve, so you could give it a little bit of a curve like that, or if you've got a pen that you want to go around, or you can just very carefully, because you know it's lovely malleable wire, you can just sort of start that bend. So we know that what we want to do is we want to try and encase this flower. So you could either use the flower and the bangle with the leaf on it. I've done exactly the same way, so it's the same sort of style. So we're looking to sort of encage, is that a word? Encase. Yeah, encase the that sort of focal piece. So what I would be doing now is I've come off.
Words you want.
Can I? Thanks. Yeah. What I'd be doing is thinking about these wires now. So I know I want some detail and I want some of these, the little leaf effect. So if I have a little go with that first, so I'll move that out of the way a little bit. And so if we think up here, I want one of these leaves that, although I've got the drill hole, I want to give it added security to put in a little leaf, because what that little leaf can do is almost be like a little faux prong, and it's going to hold the shell in place here. So if I've got one here, I'd be trying to aim to have one somewhere at the top as well. So I'm going to take off one of these. So if I look at the wires at the top and separate them out, so I've got 5 to work with. Now I know I want, and again this is just my choice for the design, so you could make your you know, have your own sort of version of it. But I know I want to have 2 together because I want to have a little bit of this weaving here. So, and again, we'll go over that as well. So that's just a 5 and a 2. So I know I need to leave 2 for that. So if I get rid of 2 there. So I've got here 3 left. So what I might do is if I take this one that's the nearest. So what I would do, if I get I'm going to use my pliers, so just straightforward pliers. So I've got my
I've got
chain nose and round nose.
sorry, did you need these? I was playing with them earlier.
Oh no, that's
sorry.
okay. That's all right. That's okay. I'll just keep my eye on you.
Sorry.
So I want to leave enough. So I want again enough of that I can manoeuvre this bit round, and I could use make it into more tendrils here. So just curve it. But I want to make sure that I've got enough here for my leaf. So if I just move all the others out of the way so we can see. So I'm going to grip using my chain nose pliers, and I've probably left a good 1.5 inches here. So we try and move the others out of the way so it doesn't get confusing. So I'm just going to bring that out just ever so slightly. So if I take that, try and move as much out of the way. So I've just come out at a slight angle. Now you've got a couple of options here. You can either use your fingers as a mandrel, so you could just shape it round, or if you've got your step mandrel, you could use that. So we could just pop that in, and I can go all the way round. So what I want to do is I want to make a bit of a little circle like that. So I'm going to come across the top, and I only need a small tail, so I'm just going to take that and again grip. So I'm going to grip around so that I lock that circle into place. I'm going to turn it over and grip across. Now all I've got there is I've got a circle, so it doesn't really look like a leaf at the moment. So to make that change, I'm going to grip here, and I'm just using you can either use your chain nose or your round nose. I'm just going to give it a little bit of an angle. So you can see that now turns it into, it's the little leaf.
It's so pretty. Talking of leaves, we have some hand carved leaves to add to the big leaf that you get in this kit. They're very sizable, to be fair. The one you got in the leaf was a jumbo one, wasn't it, in the kit, a jumbo leaf. This is a very special treat. It's RDGP6. So we've put this in, and we've got some rubies coming up to add to this kit because it's got emeralds in it, it's got leaves in it. So a few things to add on as an extra if you wish, but you don't have to. Don't want to interrupt the demonstration too much, so I'll just show them to you quickly, and I'll quickly count them. Well, in fact, I don't need to because there's 20. You're guaranteed to get 20 of these. So pop it in straight away, $11.95 for 20 of them. They're all hand carved. They're just as thick as the ones Claire had, and they're all drilled as well. Do you like them?
I do, because what I've tried to do with the, I think that'll be a lovely addition to the kit, because certainly with the pendant, so I've put just to draw your eyes down, I'd put one of the little drops on there, on the pendant, just so that the peachy coloured drops, but that would be lovely to have, it would sit very, very well on the pendant. You just have one at the bottom, I would put.
So there's that drop you were talking about there, and this is the pendant we're actually making. Stunning.
They go perfectly, don't they?
It's almost
Beautiful.
like someone planned it.
I know.
So I'll leave those there, and at some point I'll add in a ruby strand as well, just so you can add rubies to this design, but not just now.
Okay. So we're starting to get a little bit more detail on the ends of the wire. So I now know I've got two leaves here. So I know I've got a little bit. I can play about with it and be quite freestyle. So the other things I can do, I need a little bit to lock in, but I also can go and I can take these two wires here that I spoke about and do a really, really straightforward. And I don't think, if I hold it up like that, hopefully you'll be able to see the weave here. So this is a really lovely, easy weave. So if you're just starting, you know, if you've got this kit and you haven't done any weaving, this is a great weave to start with. So it's just sort of, you can call it a 5 and 2 or a 6 and 3, and you can mix and match, and really you won't notice, because I can't even tell you what they are, but they're probably all slightly different, but you really can't see. So you're just hand coiling around one of the wires, and when you say, if you've done say 5 on here, then you can just take it over. And again, in the same way when we did our weaving on this section, we're looking to place the wire rather than actually pull really, really tightly. So we're going to just take that wire over and bring round, and we're going to carry on. So we hand coil all the way around, so you can see. And if you watch as I'm doing it, so I'm taking it over and it's exaggerated movements. I want this wire to go all the way down, so I go all the way down and then slightly up, and then it will sit a lot better between those two wires. So all the way down, and I'm not holding it up here, I'm working very, very close to where that wire needs to end up. So I'd continue on, I've done, and it's entirely up to you however much detail you want, but you can see, so I've gone all the way along here, and that's the other side of the weave. So if we just start now, and also, so on this one, and this is entirely up to you, and I've used both types for the this design. If you wanted to have your these sort of little leaf shapes or bud shapes, and not with the weaving, all I would say is I would make a bit more of a feature of them. So turn them over, hammer on the back, and then you'll have a lovely flattened edge on the front of it. Or you can do your weaving. So a slightly different weave here. So we've done quite a bit of weaving today. Is just your figure of 8 weave. So all I'm doing there is I'm going up and under on the one side, and you can see I come across, so it's called a figure of 8 because if I looked at the cross section of it, it would look like a figure of 8. So you can see I'm doing quite a nice open weave here. So then I go all the way across, take it through, and I can bring that down. So if I just cut that off there, so I haven't finished it all, but you get the idea. But we need to start getting rid of some of these wires. So what I want to do now is I'm going to start to build this structure. So again, so I'm going to take it all the way around. So this part now, when obviously you would take much longer than this, but you're basically trying to get so that is going to sit in. And what we could do, we could take one of these wires. So I would think, right, that's probably quite a useful size. So I'm going to take that. Now if I bring that through, you can see how great that is, because that's a 1mm wire has gone through that drill hole. So if I just bring through, and I know I can pop that in place there. So I'm just going to bring round, and I liked it so that it sort of sat. So if I show you, can you see this? It's sort of sitting like that. So I'm going to lock in place, so I can just do a little. So this is where we can really play with like the wire that we've got, and it's entirely up to you. You know, you might want these really long tendrils. All I would say is to think, if you are doing that, I would curl in the end so it doesn't really, you know, because obviously you don't want that to pull on anything. So we know we've got that locked in place now. So if I bring forward, so I can bring this one round, and that locks in there.
No, I don't want to interrupt, but we've just had a wee message from Gaynor. Thank you very much, Gaynor in Nottinghamshire, saying, hi Ali, Claire and crew. I use the weaves that I learned from Claire a lot in my designs, and they've become really popular with my customers since starting my own business. So thank you, Claire, for all your wonderful inspiration. Or
Thanks,
continued
Gaynor.
Inspiration, sorry.
If it's the Gaynor I'm thinking of, she makes beautiful, really beautiful work. So thank you, that's lovely. So now I'm going to bring all the way across. So this one now, so can you see how, I mean, again, you would take longer, but I'm just bringing these in, and think about the balance and where they would sit. But the other great thing with this weave, the original weave we did, is we've got a lot of open spaces in here. So I wouldn't trim off too many of the ends, because what I can then do is I could come round at the back and I can actually bring through. So if I wanted to lock this leaf in place, I can actually come round and come up through the gap that's in the weave. So if I bring that there, and I can bring now and go all the way back through. And what that will do, if I get a bit of tension on the back, that will actually lock that leaf in place now. So rather than it just being all loose all the way around, I'll come up here. So again, I might bring this one round now. So if I can move those round, so I'm getting that. And again, and this is absolutely entirely up to you what you want to do, but all I'm doing is giving it a little twizzle round, and I might bring that round. So you can either, because obviously you've got enough of a base at the back, so I could just bring that and curve those in. So, and I need to think about, I want a bit of a bail, so if I come up here, so I could just hand coil because you've got more than enough. So I've got a straightforward bit of gizmo on there, so which is going to save me hand coiling. So I could add that onto one of these. Just bring that down. So if I just pop that on there and see straight away, see it's very, very little work, but it gives me nice effects. So you can see how I'm like building up, and it is, you know, because it's the, you know, sort of a florally tendrils, we can be quite free and easy with it.
Claire, it's amazing. Just to let you know, I only have 20 of this kit left. I've got over 15 in baskets, not to mention those of you who have not even thought about calling. So for this kit, APGC 74, don't mean to rush you, but I don't really have many left, so do try and get it before it goes.
So all I'm doing here, and you want to get a little bit of a balance, so I just bring that all the way through. So what I'm looking for this section here to be the top part, and again, you don't have to do it, but I've sort of got that top bit of where my bail is going to sit. I'm going to attach the jump ring. And so I would sort of try and follow down, so you can see a natural point here would be within the weave. So if I just lift that, so if I bring that to the camera there, so what I would try and do is, can you see, so I've got the weave here, so in between my fingers, so I could just open it out slightly. So if I just open that weave up slightly, and that is enough to get my featherweight head pin through, and then that sits very nicely in that, so it all follows that sort of that neat. So starting here, and my end point, that little dropper, would go here.
Claire, you're amazing.
Thanks. Obviously you get rid of all these ends. It might be a bit uncomfortable to wear if you did it.
Did it like that. See what Claire mentioned about pulling the wire up and then putting it through? I can see the difference on those few since you've said that to the first almost look higgledy-piggledy, and then when you start to pull the wire up and then put it through the wires rather than just wrapping it through the wires. It's not as bumpy, it's much better. I don't want to leave that there, I want to do more with you, but that's the good news about 3 o'clock, because we've got masterclass with Claire. I know! Claire, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Brand new premiere, I've already got them here. Peacock Pearl Star, bye! Oh my word, these are so sizable. They are the biggest peacock pearls I've got for you today. I do have other graduating sizes with perfect matching colours coming up as well. Earlier I was talking about, in fact this was last night, it wasn't earlier, it's almost as if I haven't gone home. Last night I was talking about on the show, it was Fleur that actually mentioned it, guest designer Fleur. We were chatting about getting perfectly matching strands, and to get them together at the same time will ensure that you're going to get them from the same opportunity. They're all going to be same quality control, so they're all going to be the same caliber. If you buy different peacock pearls, they will all have different hints and hues. They're genuine. Many of them have got their natural orient in there as well. Even if they have still been dyed, they'll have a natural orient underneath as well, which will all be colour picked and all be individually selected because of their quality and colour. So bear that in mind. If you really like this, something that Fleur pointed out to me last night that I didn't really think about, I would buy a couple because I want the quantity, but I didn't really think of, I want to make sure they actually match as well. So buying a peacock strand on one day might be different to the peacock strand the next day. They're all peacock pearls, but they all have their own hints. Some might be darker, some might be lighter. So do bear that in mind. Is that all? Oh, forget all of that then. You'll be able to multi-purchase on this one like there's no tomorrow. Bearing in mind the price point you would normally set aside for genuine peacock pearls of this size, 10 by 11 mil, I would be thinking something about 24, between 27 and 24.95 for peacock pearls of this size. Because bearing in mind the size of them very much depicts how long it took for them to form. Every millimetre on average takes a year. These could be up to 10 to 11 years old. That's quite a lot per pearl individually. Should we do a wee cheeky count? The code on them is UOGP76, so do bear that in mind. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got 20 and I'm not even halfway through the strand, so probably about 41, 42. Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4. What's that? 44? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think it's 44.
I was going to a zone. You know when you do the two, like, I don't know.
Like I'm just practicing counting. Yeah. See, I'm hoping that I'll count in sets of 10s and somebody will count how many sets of 10s I've done. But that never seems to work. And if you've just tuned in, I'm not just proving that I can count, because that's not very good, because I can only clearly count to 10. But I just thought it was easier to do it in sets of 10. Anyway, I was at 20 at halfway, and I said you're probably going to get about 41, so I think you're getting 44 appropriate. Let's call it 40 if you get any more. It's a pretty bonus. Lots and lots of you already got multi-purchases on this. 3 have gone to Catherine straight away in Lancashire, Ivy in Renfrewshire. That's where I'm from. I'm from Renfrewshire. Helen is in. Should we say a wee price point? Just to let you know that this is a star buy, so you're getting an extra low price. That's why we're down to $14.95. Straight down. We didn't mess about. No hanging out there. We're not a falling auction channel. We just go to your price. Yeah. It's nice, it's fun, easy, simple. It's like going into a shop and saying, how much is that? Well, there you go, there's your price. It's not as if you're like, let me think about that. Let me think about what we want to. There we go, straight in, straight away. You don't have to hesitate. And what's lovely is you can get 2 of these for £30, and elsewhere you could get faux jewellery and plastic pieces, which are stylish and designer, and I get that. I'm not necessarily designer, but design-led. And they could be £30, £35 in your sort of accessory style shops, and shops that sell clothes which have jewellery departments, which I understand, because when you buy an outfit you might think, oh, that looks quite nice on the model, I'll get hold of that to go together. And you don't think, oh, I'm going to go make something myself. But when you then look at the prices, it's actually cheaper to make your own than it is to...
Yeah, definitely. And it's not really jewellery that you would then pass on to...
family.
No. Yeah.
You'd like wear it and then it'd probably turn you green a little bit if you got...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It tends to be like of the moment, doesn't it, rather than classic. You know, it's something
Timeless.
like that is, I think, you know, something that I would then hand down to my daughters, definitely.
And that's something that as a daughter you would love to receive, isn't it? You know, say, excuse me, I don't want your pearls. Keep your peacock pearls. I'd rather have some plastic from the high street. I'm not, no disrespect to jewellery in the high street. I've bought pieces there. I'm not saying don't ever buy it. We all buy things. There might be things that we just can't make. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just not very easy to make things. But there's other times where you can get pearls, and if you can, this always riles me. And don't mean to be bad, but I say this all the time. You think I have a problem with this shop? I really, really like the shop. I go in all the time to get my cosmetics and my toiletries. I think it's a brilliant shop. As a chemist, I don't think I'm going to go and buy jewellery there. And I don't go to a chemist thinking I'm going to spend £15 on jewellery. It just mind boggles me that it sells. Jewellery sells in a chemist, which is great, but to have £15 spare once you buy all your vitamins or whatever it is you go to buy, your face wipes or whatever, then have £15 to buy, I just can't get my head around that. And then, but maybe it's because I've got the luxury of looking at pearls every day and thinking, oh, I've got genuine pearls at that price. So let me think about that.
I think we are, aren't we? We're spoiled, aren't we, with the...
Yeah.
Definitely.
Imagine that, just a clasp. Now I'm wearing beige. All my friends laugh at me. They're like, beige, that's not even a colour. But I love beige. And I think it goes with everything. And look, completely different look to what you would have as if you had white pearls or multicoloured pearls. So I feel sophisticated. And look at our earrings that are coming up. These are one to own today. And they would be perfect with these peacock pearls,
aren't they?
And size-wise, they're a good match as well, aren't they? That you've got slightly bigger around the neckline. Now, these are a perfect size if you want sizable pearls. But you might think, Ali, I want a big size around my neck, but I don't want that same size around my wrist. You might want something graduated in size. I've got coming up after the break. Imagine you had this. And you had, sorry, I'm trying to make them graduate, but I think I've missed, they all graduate, you get 3 different sizes, but they will graduate, so you can have, how did I twist that? So, oh, there we go. Hold on, let's do it, I got it. Your baby, she got it. So there you go, it's 4 graduating, oh gosh, imagine how luxurious that would be.
Yeah, that's stunning. When they're all like that, you can see all the beautiful colours, can't you? All the different colours you've got in there.
And it's good to be able to see them together because you know that the strand that you're getting now will match these 3. So the ones I've got just now are clearly bigger than all the other ones, but these are graduating all the way down, so you've got the luxury of graduation and they all match. Coming up after the break, we'll do those. Check these out because I don't have that many left, especially with all the multi-purchases. Oh, they're fabulous, well done. Break time.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
Moonstone is beautiful. It looks so stunning in bridal jewellery. Its iridescence just makes it such a different gemstone against anything else. When you're putting it into your own jewellery, you can put it in tiaras, you can put it in drop earrings, and it makes those pieces special.
One of the most fascinating things about moonstone is, I think, it's myth and legend, and whether it's a gemstone which is used for fertility or a gemstone which you give to loved ones, it's a fantastic gemstone to own, especially from JM, because of the natural qualities, the rainbow shimmer which you get from this amazing gem. And whether it's in nuggets or whether it's really, really highly faceted, whether it's a smaller carat weight or a larger carat weight, you're always guaranteed a superb example of the gem.
Learn great techniques with this fantastic DVD, Extruder Edition 1. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford and presenter Ed McKay and start creating new, exciting and colourful pieces of polymer clay using the multifunctional extruder tool. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Oh, hello there, how are you? Do you know, I really fancy a strawberry milkshake now. Oh, I do. What about you? What would you, if you can have any drink right now, what would it be? Do you know, I'm between a strawberry milkshake and a pink lemonade. What would you like, Claire? If you could have any drink right now to quench your thirst.
I'd like a cold gin and tonic, I think.
Ooh. An espresso martini for Ben in the gallery. Toby, what would you have? He's thinking about it. This is obviously a very important decision because it's like it's going to get delivered. It's not actually going to get it, Toby. You're boring. I want a strawberry milkshake. A cold cider. Flavoured one or just plain? Either. Flavoured, it's summer. What would you have if you could have a choice right now, Mike? What drink would quench your thirst?
Dandelion and burdock.
Dandelion and burdock. There we go. Drop us a wee message, JewelleryMaker.com. Get involved. What would you have? Or maybe you're sitting having it. Maybe you're having a nice tea on the porch. Or maybe you're having something a little bit stronger. Let me know. Oh, if it's not, strawberry. Yeah. Somebody walked past me yesterday with a glass of wine at 10 a.m.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I never said there was, but we were sitting outside in the sunshine and I was having my breakfast and I walked past a lady with a glass of wine. I didn't see you, Ben. Maybe it was for you, though. It was being delivered to the table next to us. I was like, oh, starting early. Right. Oh, how magnificent are these? I'm standing with my fresh orange juice with bits. I've only just started liking the one with bits. I just used to like the smooth one. Oh, wow. Right, have a looky here. We brought this larger strand before the break and it was a very special treat. You can see it's much more sizable than the previous, the three that are coming up now. However, you can also see how they work wonderfully. That marriage of size, the marriage of colour, everything you're getting here is a perfect fit for me. This is a treat with only 98 in stock. So the last treat, this one on its own, I had 111. I don't have as many. So for every one of these that were allocated, I can't give you a matching set of these. So please be quick and as swift as you can. I'm not meaning to rush you, but just be aware that I don't have as many as I did for this one. If you've just tuned in and you missed this one, we'll maybe put the code at the bottom of the screen later. At some point we'll pop it up so you can see it later. If you're just tuning in thinking, oh, actually I want both, which many people will be. Earlier, there it is at the bottom of the screen, so you've got the option. This is the larger one. I'll shimmy it just over to the side for a moment. And then you've got these three here. So they're a perfect match. You can see, which is very, very rare when they're not brought together at the same time, because it's very difficult to perfectly match pearls in a peacock variety when there are all those different hues that are coming through. It's not even just hues, it's actual different colours. There's green, there's purple, there's violet. One of them, the first time I've noticed on any peacock pearl, it's like a hazy red sky at night. Really, really lovely. So you've got 3 strands here. Each one is slightly millimetres in size different. So they start at a 5 by 6 mil. They're more of a nugget style. Then they go to a 6 by 7 mil, which is a potato shape, or an oval shape I like to call it. I was getting annoyed about this morning when I was putting my makeup on. I was like, why did they call it potato? It's an oval to me. If my potatoes looked like that, I'd be very happy. Let's put it this way. An 8 by 5 millimetre for these. So, sorry, 8 by 9 millimetre. And these are 11 by 10 millimetre. So you can see the difference in size. They work wonderfully, or 10 by 11, however you wish to see it. You are getting the option to get all of them. This has already come in at $14.95 on its own, which we found to be a fantastic price, which is why there's only very few left, which is why I'm making sure you're aware of the code at the bottom of the screen. If you can't see it, it's UOGP76 for this one. These 3, what do you think I can do for those? Lengthwise, they're the same length. It's not as if they're shorter. They're the same length. And if you were to buy each one individually, is that all? £24.85 to get all 3 of them individually, if you buy them all individually and put them together. So why would you buy them all now then? You just wait and buy them all individually, right? But they're brand new. So if I put them together and do a little bit of a cheeky bundle, then I could do a price I couldn't do if you were buying them all individually. So if you get 3 rather than buy one of any one, because they look perfect as a set and they work so well together. And yourself, Claire, you were mentioning about a set, maybe a bigger one for a pendant. And for anyone who's not sure how you would do it, how you would size them up, and it's these three here that are $18.95 and this one here is $14.95 on its own, how would you size them? I mean, where would you put the big ones in the neckline or the small ones in the earrings, or how would it work?
I think you could do both. I think, say if I was going to do just a straightforward, I would probably rosary link if I was going to do some earrings, and I would just have the large one at the bottom and then graduate up in size. But again, you get, you know, if you say, for example, you might want to do like a tassel necklace, so a really long necklace, and so you could reverse it, so you could have the large one at the top and then go to the smaller one, but you've got that flexibility, haven't you? But, you know, and when you've got that many pearls, you know, have a real good play with like your rosary linking or just straightforward linking, but then think about your pearl knotting as well. So, you know, there's so much you can do with it, and obviously if you're going to pearl knot or rosary link, it's going to go on and on and on. You're going to get several suites of jewellery out of the 3 strands there.
That sounds pretty exciting. Should we do a wee cheeky measure? They should be on average around 38 centimetres unless we specify otherwise. I'll take the large one away just for now because we've already done that one. But it is at the bottom of the screen if you want to get the larger size. Just to make you aware, I have the perfect matching earrings and studs as our one to own today. They are coming up, so do not miss those. They're one to own, they're gorgeous. I'm staying still so you can see them. There we go. Perfectly spherical, they're just divine. And then I'll measure these quickly. Oh, the ruler's longer than I thought. So hold on, 40 centimetres, 80 centimetres, so they're 40 centimetres each. So in total, you're getting 120 centimetres. It's gone off my ruler. So 120 centimetres of pearls, 1.20 m, or 1 metre and a fifth for $18.95. 1 metre and a fifth of pearls. Messages coming in, a mango smoothie. Maddie in Renfrewshire. I'm from Renfrewshire. That sounds lovely. Oh, a mango smoothie. Ooh, Deborah in Somerset. Hiya. You've said, oh, my pad eye isn't working. Hello, Ali, Claire, and all the team. Hi. I would have a nice cold strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
Loving the show. Your designs are incredible, Claire.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, that's lovely. Thanks,
well, it wasn't me,
Deborah.
it was Deborah that said it.
Yeah, thank you.
I agree with Deborah though.
You can get, if you go to the supermarket, that's what I've been drinking at the moment, you can get them in the, you know, like the frozen little pouches.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're very nice. So Deborah will have to go look around and have those.
How do you know she's not already got some?
Well, she might do, yeah, she might.
Yeah, so I would have one, so I'm having it. If I had one. Strawberries. I would like the strawberry part of it. Right, and the ice cold part of it. These are wonderful. They would look quite nicely twisted together as well. That's a lovely option. Would you do that? Would you twist them together and then see that?
Yeah, it'd be nice actually if you twisted those 3 together, and you could do your wax Y-comb, but then you could intersperse the larger ones just every so often through the twist, couldn't you? That's lovely. Like a pearl rope.
Oh. Oh, I quite like this. Imagine you went to the store and you said, oh, can I have 3 strands of pearls, please, for £20 with change? I'm looking at them and thinking, I don't know anywhere else I could get a necklace like this. I know in my local high street is Stratford-upon-Avon, which I do understand it's quite considered there. £200 odd for a peacock pearl necklace. And this, no, that's not outrageous. Don't want to know what's outrageous. It's in a shop, it just blows my mind, where, do you want to know what else is in the shop? Oven gloves, aprons, fridge magnets, key rings with a light on them. You bought an egg frying pan from there. Ben knows the shop. Scarves, and then a lovely case with pearls. Wonderful, but at the end of the day, people pay that for it, and the genuine pearls. Who am I to decide what price you charge your pearls at? But I'm looking at this for $18.95 and thinking, please, whatever you do, don't just charge £18 or like £10 for a strand of pearls, because this is not relative to what you could be spending or what you could be buying. I always think about how much it would cost me to replace them. And once they're sold out here, I don't have any more. And even if I did, it would be back to £24.95 or £24.90, which is buying them individually. Which, to be fair, it's only one post and packaging. Whether you buy 10 things, one thing, 40 things, it doesn't matter. Whether you buy a hammer or whether you buy the lightest pearl strand that we have, it doesn't matter. It's still the same post and packaging. You can fill that up as much as you want. It doesn't matter if you've got a truckload coming through your door. It's still the same post and packaging of just £2.95. However, I just don't know if I could get you any more. Probably have peacock pearls, but getting the perfect match and the perfect graduation of size, well, that's what you need to decide what's right for you. Now imagine you did that, okay? You need a clasp then, don't you? And you need a clasp that will fit the quality of these pearls. This is coming up later. Premier oxidized pearl clasp.
That goes beautifully, doesn't it, with the how it's been oxidized, so you've got that slightly edgy look, goes perfectly with those pearls.
And
beautiful.
It's a box clasp, which is very strong, and it's a big gram weight of silver. It's coming up later as a premiere. Enjoy that. The one to own is coming up, not long. The earrings that match perfectly with these. But these mystic grey pearls. Oh, can I show you my amber while I get the mystic grey pearls? Super excited about this, not gonna lie. Why, hello. Amber. And it's almost like every colour. It's like green, yellow, and orange, amber. And then pop it on a chain. Oh my word, I'm totally going to do this. I'm actually going to put amber on tanzanite. I'm going to fit that tassel through there. It's going to happen. Oh, I want to get the tassel through there. It's not going to go through. Huh. I mean, you're just going to have to see. It's like the longest strand of tanzanite out there. It's going how low? Oh, don't miss out the tanzanite. How nice would that be together? That would fit on easily once I got the tassel off, but the tassel's just proving a problem. I'll sort you out. Amber. Now, these are the earrings, aren't they? Last night, oh, is there a little... In fact, they'll work okay in the blackboard, actually. I was going to say if there was a grey board, there's a blackboard. How much do you trust me? No, they're not. You can't... Is it? Okay, they're going super low. Forget what I was about to say. Oh my gosh, they're even bigger. Now, last night I had something similar in white pearls. They were, oh, I've got a pearl in my ear, I forgot about that. As you do, the one to own. Totally different look, these are studs. Last night, I brought white pearls like these with drops. These are stunning. Have you ever looked at pearl jewellery and thought, oh, that's really beautiful, I love that pear drop in shepherd hooks? We don't do them. Until now. These are fabulous. They flew out last night in the white pearl. Imagine. Now, they're called Mystic Grey. You pop them on the head pin there, and there you go. They're stamped with your 925 sterling silver, and they are big. You get 4 pearls, 11 by 9 mil, pear drop with the drill hole at the top. And then you have the shepherd hook, which is 925 sterling silver, and the drill hole, the drill post is perfectly situated so it sits perfect in the earlobe. How pretty are they? Are they divine or are they divine?
They are, absolutely, yeah. I love them. The sheen on the pearls, I think with having that colour it's incredible. I love them.
These, for me, will go with all your pearls. Have a look. Put them with the peacock, let's see. It'll pick out the silvers in the peacock. What do you mean white ones? Will they go with white ones? Of course they will. Look at that. Many people, when you get earrings of this size, you will just wear these as earrings and you might not wear a neck piece. You might have some silver pearls at home. You might have some peacock pearls that will go perfectly. We've just seen that. Imagine these with tanzanite. Do you know what these remind me of? I shouldn't say it. Tahitian pearls. That's what, to me, I know they're not. They're called a Mystic Grey, but that's the closest we've got to a Tahitian pearl, I feel. Because a Tahitian pearl has a lovely silver to it, or a Mystic Grey we've called it, but it's a lovely silver. So you get the pair, and then you get another pair. So you get 2 pairs for £10.
But look how smooth they are. You know, you can see the reflection, can't you, of the studio in them, and you know, actually like picture things out of it. They're beautiful, really elegant shape.
This is the easiest way to jewellery make and get your money back without a shadow of a doubt. Because this, if you're getting it as a gift for somebody, is there anybody you know, obviously they have to have their ears pierced, is there anybody you know that you could give this to as a gift who wouldn't be over the moon that you've given them sterling silver, whopping pearl earrings, 11 by 9 mil? They would suit all age ranges. Even if you got them for, sort of, you're thinking, well, I'm not going to give them for a 5-year-old daughter. They would be a pretty, as in a pretty design, but that's something that you would save as your special present to wear when you're older.
And if you did say you do wedding fairs and you do bridal commissions, you know, think as well, it's like mother of the bride, mother of the groom, different, you know, that you could offer jewellery for those. And often brides and grooms, don't they? They buy presents for their mothers or mother-in-laws. I mean, that would be beautiful, really, really beautiful present.
Well, as I was a bridesmaid, I was bought earrings of pearls, this colour, to go with my, I had like a lilac-y dress. It wasn't lilac, but it wasn't purple. It was almost like a minky lilac-y dress. And I had pearl earrings, this colour. Similar, very similar for my bridesmaid's gift.
But you could, I think you could probably pick up any colour gemstone, any colour metal, and that type of pearl would go beautifully with it. Anything.
Well, if it goes with the peacock pearl, with all the colours that are in there, 20 of you there, you will need to check these out because I can't really afford to stay there at £9.95, but you get 2 pairs. So what I would do is sell 1 pair for £35, £40, £45, wherever you're selling it, and then that keeps you the other pair for yourself. Silver half-drilled button pearls. Now these are so, oh gosh, these look like a Disney princess. You get, now, for me this is different. I personally would have this as 10 half-drilled pearls rather than pairs. They do come in pairs, however, as 5 pairs, but that therefore limits me and makes me think I have to make earrings with them, and I genuinely think I want to make rings, I want to make so much with them. These haven't been seen in over a year. They're back in stock. They're silver. They're like a Disney princess, pearlescent. That's your drill hole at the back. Very clean. And if I swirl it around, you'll see. Can you see there? It's flat, but it's very sizable. They're almost like rounds. They're that well domed. Try and line them up for you so you can see. I'll turn one over so you can see the drill. So you've got perfect drill hole. You've got great size. How magnificent would these be if you wanted to make tiaras and have one of these within it? Or, you know the pins that you can put into your hair that have really, really pretty flowers, or, and I'm not talking about wet balls, parties, garden parties, festivals. People pop things like this into their hair. You've got a bit of a wire, you sort of texture it at the end, pop your E6000 in or a similar glue, one that's quite sticky, not a super style glue, but a sticky one, pop it in there. You could do it for so many different things. You could put the pin in the back of them, bend the wire over, and then do designs. It doesn't have to be earrings, does it, Claire?
Not at all, no. I think you know, if you do wire work as well, then you will know that, you know, you don't necessarily, you can make your own finding to fit the usage. So it's not that, you know, great if you've got the actual made findings that we do, but you don't have to limit yourself to, you know, put it in standard wire work. So you could, you know, the demo that I did, so one of the spare wires there, you could just obviously poke that up at a bit of a right angle, and then you know, just use your glue and stick that on. That'd be a lovely addition to, because they go beautifully with the rose gold and the shell that we did.
Oh, you need these. You get 10 of them or 5 pairs. I thought that the price was already in because so many have gone. Turns out it wasn't, and it's only £6.95. It's not even 70 pence a pearl. Not even 70 pennies a pearl. Is that redonkulous or redonkulous? Do you know what I really would like to do? It was something Fleur had mentioned last night. Put these on a dress, dot them around a dress, sew them on or attach them in. How pretty would that? Yeah, just any dress. Doesn't need to be a special one. It will become special with the embellishments that you're putting on you. Because you can put glue on them. You don't be scared of putting glue. That's what many of your designers do. That's how they attach things. It's brilliant. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. For £6.95, 70 pence each. They've not been seen for so long, so check them out while you can. They're lovely. Now I've got some earring mounts for you, because you might be looking at this and thinking, Ali, this is wonderful. I would like some earrings. We had the perfect heart charm earlier. We were discussing it in the break because we still really want it. Sterling silver heart charm. These are very, very substantial. These are the earrings, right? Sterling, oh gosh. You know the ring that we were talking about last night that you wanted, that you had in your basket, with the topaz in it?
Yeah, that I did get.
Did you?
Yes, yeah, I did. I got us all one.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
You get, oh my gosh, I thought you were joking.
No, I did.
Oh my gosh, you're a legend, Claire.
Yeah, because they were beautiful, weren't they?
I owe you money thanking you.
That's all right.
Brilliant. Brilliant. That's just made my day. That has genuinely made my day. I thought you were joking when you said that. How pretty are these? They have the white topaz. They have sterling silver, natural white topaz, which is very, very difficult to get a hold of that clarity and that brilliance. Hand faceted, you get 8 of them. There's 4 per earring. You have the earrings that match perfectly. Oh yes, because they mirror each other. The pearls, 7mm, plain rounds, totally natural, and all you need to do is pop on a little bit of glue and stick them in. I've just sat them there, but they're not already stuck, if that makes sense, but they are pretty well cocooned. Could it be that you don't want earrings, you don't wear earrings, or you love the design, you would love to roll that post up into a loop? It's at the top, the way it's situated. And turn that sideways, you can see. The post is right at the top. Could you turn that? I mean, in fact, you cut it off. It's actually got loops where you could use it as a bail. But
you absolutely could. I do that all the time with it. You just have to, you know, sometimes where on the post there's got a little notch that is in there just for your butterfly back to. Just be careful with that when you're turning it, because that obviously that metal's been worked a little bit more. So you know, I wouldn't put your pliers right on that. Some of them have them, some of them don't. There's just like a little notch so that the butterfly.
Yeah, we see.
Yeah.
Because otherwise your butterfly backing would slip off. So just there.
Yeah. So just be careful on that area. But yeah, absolutely you can.
Prices coming in. You get butterfly backings, £14. That's it, and 95 pence, of course. So you've got the textured, actually. You know, we were talking about the other day about texturing the post. It's actually been textured for you. It's almost like it's a screw, like a quarter screw, the way it's been twisted. So it's going to fit very well into your pearl. Your pearl, you just pop on there, slip it in, and a little bit of glue, and then that perfect shape. Now the pearls have been chosen specifically for this design. They are perfect in their colour. They're totally natural. They've not been bleached, which would be no problem if they had, because sometimes it's very difficult to get that pure colour, and the price changes usually when you get it. However, for the gram weight, 1.85 grams, just shy of a gram per ear of sterling silver, 4 hand faceted topaz per ear, plus the pearl. If you were to buy all those components individually, you wouldn't be looking, I don't believe, as low as $14.95. So to have it all put together for you as a premiere, and the mirror image that you're getting, they're perfect, aren't they? Really, really perfect. I would put it in my ear. However, I currently have our one-to-own in my ear. But if I hold it up to the ear, I'll try and hold it, just so you can get an idea. Can you see? It's a really sizable pair, but not too big. They would be perfect. Oh, that's one way to tell someone you love them without having to say it, and just get them a perfect pair of pearl earrings. Lovely, lovely. Right, do we need to move on? I don't want to move on. I'd stay on there all day. We do have perfect matching white pearls to go with them for you. Oh, right. I don't want to leave those there, but I will purely for the greater good. They will match that heart charm earlier. Remember the silver one with the heart charm, and you can have matching heart earrings, have the all the set. Star by. These pearls are gorgeous. Oh, straight away I want to put them on. White pearls. Oh. Gosh, they luster fantastically, don't they?
I think you look like Marilyn Monroe now.
I will take that.
Yeah.
Thank you
when Marilyn
very
Monroe,
much.
before she had very, very bleached blonde hair, seen those photos? That's what you look like.
I have.
Yeah.
I will definitely take that. I'm having it. Don't think about it too long, you might change your mind. Cannot take that back, that is unretractable. I'm going to put that on my CV. Claire thinks I look like before Marilyn Monroe died here one time in my life. The quality of them is what's getting me so excited. How lustrous these are. Oh, wow. Sizable, lustrous. The orient is there. The pinks, purples, blues, violets. Eight by 7mm and genuine. I was talking about bleached pearls last night. I'll talk about them today as well. Have you ever had a white dress and you've ever got something to put with it, maybe a cardigan or a piece of jewellery that wasn't as perfectly white, and it just doesn't go, does it? It needs to match perfectly. For me, that's why I quite love bleach pearls, because when you have a bleach white, you know it's going to go for, most people think straight away wedding dresses, you sometimes go for ivory, sometimes people go for white. You go for white, your jewellery can't be slightly a creamy pearl or natural pearls. You don't often get that pure bleach white look. So therefore, next to a bleach white blouse, bleach white dress, it's not going to be perfect. And you want it to be perfect. You don't want to wear pearls and think, oh, actually, it's making them look, even though they're not.
No, definitely.
It's making them look just slightly off-white. So with this, that's for me one of the advantages of having a bleach pearl. You've got that pure, pristine, perfect, just Daz washed or Ariel washed or whatever other washing powder you might use, Tesco's own. Sillet Bang, that's got nothing to do with washing up liquids. Bold,
I don't
even have to think Mr. Muscle.
Don't wash your clothes in Sillet Bang.
Give me another one.
Bold.
Tesco's own. No, I'm trying to think of another Sillet Bang one. How many times can I say that? Flash, saves every one of us. Right. How did I get that from my bleach pearl, my bleach white pearl? But for me, it's getting that pristine, perfect white. And that, for me, I've got a lovely white dress, and I've worn it once. It's been worn once, sorry. And that's purely because I don't want it to not stay pristine white. So I'm very, very careful when because I don't want to wash it anytime soon. I want to get lots of wears out of it, perfect white. Like, put it on, don't perspire, and then hang it up.
Do you say, don't come near me?
Don't come near me. I won't perspire, and because it doesn't have any sleeves, so I'm like, don't perspire. And then because I just don't want to. I don't want it to not be perfectly white. So I'm trying to keep it as good as white for as long as possible. So bleach pearls with this dress would be perfect. Have you got any outfits like this? Has that ever happened? Do you ever think about it?
I think, I had a skirt once that, it's I don't think I was very careful though with it. So, but they are, beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to have an outfit where you're wearing pristine white, or your other jewellery is pristine white, then bleach pearls for me are an absolute must. It's a surefire way of making sure they'll match.
How great, though, if you do bridal commissions, to sort of explain that to, you know, because brides might have an idea that what they want in their head, but if they're not jewellery makers, they might not have thought about that. So how great to have your different selection of all your different tones and your colours of pearls and explain that to them, because they might not have realised. So
yeah, because you might think, oh no, I want natural pearls, I want natural, that's what I've heard, I can get that, that's available to me, I want natural pearls, that's what I want, end of. And then you put it next to the dress and then think, oh, actually...
that's not what I had in my head. Yeah, that's not what I thought it would be.
So look at them next to dresses and next to things, and then you'll be able to see which will be perfect. So with that in mind, CVRO16, £17.95, Premier. However, knowing all the treats we've had and what's coming up, how perfect is that together? We're going to push every single penny back and do everything we can to make this as perfect as possible. Is it now? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I've got a little price in mind. Because I've got tanzanite here that's A graded. Can I get tanzanite and this pearl strand for under, don't take my microphone out, under £50? Huh? Can I? I like that. Yeah, you can. Did you even think about that? That was a very quick response. You can. Yes, you can. Producer Adobe says, you can. Straight away. No hanging out. Yes, I can. So this coming up and this together, I can get for under £50. Ooh. What about under £45? Yes. Under £40. Yes. Pearls and A-grade tanzanite. I can get both of them. Well, we know the price of the pearls. So that means this can't be more than £40 if I can get both for under 40. Yes! Coming up after 4 o'clock. Ooh, loving it. Final hour, I can't believe that. All the designs that are coming up will be perfect with this. Oh, how pretty is that? Another. If you don't fancy hearts and you'd rather a flower, that is super cute, isn't it? It's a really big pearl. That's coming up. It's brand new. So many brand new sterling silver charms. Imagine an amber in the middle of that. I'm going to do my box clasp now, but I want to show you the amber as well because I just can't stop. Just can't stop the beat. Oh, it all works. It's from Hairspray, the musical. Sorry, guys. Motion of the ocean and the bug. You can try to dreaming of the There we go. My friend was in the musical Hairspray, so I went on tour to watch her, and my other friend was in it as well. So yeah. What did he play? The Collins guy. Oh, I can't remember. The one that announced all the things. Right. Let's have a look at that. That's from Rent, that song. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure year in the life? Talk about. Right. Sorry, I was in the musical Rent. Right, have a look at this. Not the Broadway version, my drama school version. It was a really good one though. It was in the Citizen Theatre in Glasgow. Dance School of Scotland. Musical theatre course. Yeah. I played Velma. I think they made up a character for me. They did. I think Velma's in the real one. I was the girlfriend of one of the main boys from the American side. They wouldn't let me be the Spanish girl. I was really upset. Apparently I didn't look the part. My bleached blonde hair. Right, this class was a premiere. How you doing? 4.5 grams of silver on this cutie. Completely natural pearl. Talking about white pearls, what are you looking for? What do you want? Do you want natural pearls? If you can get them, yes. Is that how you look in it? For me, if I'm getting special pearls, did you get yesterday's deal of the day? Or have you had any pearls this weekend, or ever even? Doesn't have to be this weekend, ever. We need a special clasp, I think, for pearls. I think they deserve it. I genuinely do. So for me, to get a perfect clasp that's got a good weight to the clasp but can hold a weighty, because last night I had a perfect necklace on. It was the deal of the day. It was 3 meters of pearls, graduating sizes, and they had a really wonderful necklace. It was made by our beading buddy Anne, and I wanted a really strong clasp on it. The tongue and box clasp for me is one of the strongest, most durable clasps out there. I genuinely feel that. What do you think about clasps?
Yeah, I think because I like that little click noise, and you want it, if it can be beautiful, that's it's almost like an added bonus, isn't it? But you need that function. You need to be able to rely on it to know that, because obviously if it doesn't work, somebody's not going to wear that piece of jewellery that you've made, or worse, they could wear it and then lose it. So if you've got that security, it's brilliant.
Let me explain how the reason or how this is so strong. We've got a price coming in though, so what was that? We're going to do the price now. You said that far too happily. $14.95. He's far too happy with that. It's far too low. Oh, you pay more for a box of chocolates. Now I like chocolates, but I want a clasp like this better. So far, every single person, this isn't an exaggeration, everyone who's bought this has got 2. Every single person. I'm happy with that. Can I just show you how it works then? So it's got what's known as a box, and the tongue goes in, and then that's it. No, it's not that simple. In fact, so I don't know if you tried to make one, because Fleur said she was trying to make one the other day, Claire.
No, but I can imagine that it would drive you mad, yeah.
She said just making the tongue, she gave up.
I think that would have been quite funny to have watched her.
Anyway, yeah. So it's super secure. It doesn't just come out. It's great if you get dexterity problems as well, I feel, because there's a very sizable piece for you to put your hand on. You must press it down to release it. It's very easy to release if you press it down. If you don't press it down, it's not coming out. It's not. It's stuck. How is it stuck? Let me show you. When you push it in, take it out, you'll see, can you see that little lip there? Just slightly raised, but it's a smaller size just than the widest part. That's because when you press it in, it goes in, but as you let go, can you see it rises up and it fills that little groove? You've raised me up. Are you genuinely singing that song to me? But it goes up and sticks. So it won't just come out. You have to press it down to release it to come back out again. So it goes in, and the top of it is just small enough, or just shorter enough, so that it'll go in and lift up. So you must press it down to release it. It's not going to come apart. It's one of the sturdiest clasps we've ever done. It's 4.5 grams of sterling silver, and if you don't treat yourself to that, then, well, there's lots of other treats coming up, and then maybe that's not the one for you. But if you want a clasp, and you want the strongest clasp in silver with the pearl that we have, that for me, other than the one I brought you last night, because we've got 2 options, that is the one to get. What do I need to do now, sorry? Did I mention we have 925 sterling silver crimp covers coming up, gold plated? Ooh. 100 pieces. These haven't been in stock forever. Can't wait to do that. You don't know that, well, you know it now. Don't worry, I've not done it yet. And I can't wait to do my amber. I'm a little bit obsessed with this amber. There's not very many, I don't think, but I still want to do it. Ooh, I'm giving a few jump rings with this. There are 2 jump rings on there for a natural 6mm pearl. That would be very cute in a ring. Pendant. Imagine those hanging from earrings. How pretty would that be? We have got one of the, sorry. We have got a connector coming up later on. Remember I said it's got a 3-loop connector, but 2 are going that way. It's like a triangle, a loop in each direction, 1 going down. For the loop going down, I want to attach that to the bottom.
That'd be lovely. You'd have, beautiful movement. I would be getting that though to go with the heart one. I'd have them as for my charm bracelet, definitely.
I agree. Stop the bus, sorry. It's not you. That's not been said to me in a while. It's happening. It's happened. Producer Danny says it's happening, and producer Toby says it's happened. Happened. It's happened. Well, the price for me is far too low, but you know what? Treat yourself, treat someone else. A flower that will last an eternity with a big whopping natural pearl in the middle. It's been hand set for you and handcrafted for you, and you get your 2 jump rings at the top of the loop as well to set it with. It's perfect. 99% of our pearls today are genuine culture pearls that you'll find in the world, and this is a natural pearl as well. So the colour is natural, the size is natural, the pearl is natural. It's just plain awesome, really, isn't it? How pretty is that? Oh, for £6.95. How lovely would that be as a thank you gift to somebody? Just a little thank you. It could be a charm on a charm bracelet, it could be a pendant, it could be earrings. Claire, well, you've said what you would do. You would like to have it with the heart charm from earlier.
I think, yeah, but I think it's got sort of enough about it, hasn't it? It could be a standalone piece, so you could just put it, you know, on a jump ring and then a chain. Yeah, anything. And also, something like that, presents for people. It could be your mum or just as easily like Lola or Lola's friends. You know, it's absolutely for anybody, isn't it? It's not...
Yeah, age-wise, it's pretty much across the board, isn't it? Yeah. Because flowers tend to be universal. They're not really just for sort of a certain age. And at that price point, I'm looking at the price and I'm a little bit concerned because I think, well, if you look at that, if you were to then make a piece of jewellery with that on it and sell it, you might think, oh, that's only going to be about £6.95. No, please don't undersell yourself. Make sure you do a little bit of research elsewhere before you sell, because you don't. The last thing you want to do is sell it as a price that we can't replace it at. I don't believe I can get another quantity. I mean, how many did we have of these? Had 200. This is brand new. You're the first to see it and the first to own it. You're getting it at that price. But once they're gone, I can't guarantee we'll ever order any more of these, or we'll even get the opportunity. Bearing in mind, our buying team buy what they see at the time, and they buy it based on the previous pieces that you've bought, the knowledge that they've got, all the data from what you purchased, what we've got coming up as well. For example, the fact that it's a pearl weekend, we want to have pearl findings for you as well. That, just because we want it, doesn't mean it's going to be available to us. And just because there were 200 pearls originally of that quality doesn't mean that that's the same quality we might be offered again. So please bear that in mind. If we don't get this standard and quality, we wouldn't buy it. So please bear this in mind. The quality for us is key. That's what makes our buying team buy, well, not just the quality. That plays the major factor in it. If we haven't got the quality, if they'd said to us, I can offer you 300 of these, they're not as good a quality, but you 300 and you get a better price, we would say no, because we've offered you a quality in the first place and we stick by that. We would only ever get better in quality if you can get better than this. We don't ever go backwards, we only go forward. And any of your feedback would be fabulous. And if you love that and think, Ali, that's great, I wish you did it in another gemstone, drop us a message and let us know that on the feedback when you get it home. There's a FIFO form. It's external company, so that you can let us know via that external company what you think of anything you buy. Please do, because it's the only way we can go forward and get you exactly what you want, or keep buying what you've already bought because you like it. So let us know. Right. Strand of rubies. This would go perfect with the kit that Claire had earlier. If you've just tuned in, I'm Ali Defoy. Hiya! Guest designer Claire's with us. Claire, what do you think of rubies?
Oh, beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And they would go perfectly with, well, any of the pearls that you've got on there.
Oh, yeah.
Colour-wise and shape of gem, anything. Stunning.
Sorry. Is that a joke? No, it's not. You can't just say, no, whoa, stop a minute, Toby. Stop giving me all these things. Literally, producer Toby just told me a price. That in itself shocked me. Then he went, oh yeah, they're natural. Oh yeah, and there's only this many. Oh yeah, tell me all these things that I want to know. I don't want to know them after you told me that price, because it doesn't compute. Oh yes, you need these, you want these, and I love them, and they're July's birthstone, and we are literally, in my mind, for natural rubies. Natural rubies don't look this juicy usually, do they? Less than 70. Juicy rubies are usually heated. Chromium content, the high chromium content gives you your ruby colour. The higher the chromium content, the brighter, the stronger, the richer the ruby. This is magnificent quality in rubies. It's even got tassels on it. The price is going to, I thought $49.95 when I first saw this. No, you probably realise that's not where it's going to go now. I've got so many people in here already, multi-purchasing. Claire, at a guess, they're totally natural for that colour. They're from India, which depicts some of the highest quality rubies out there. What would you say? And I appreciate you.
I would have said about the 30, yeah, 30, just under 35. I think that's what I would have said. Yeah.
So how about a half that?
I would say that's crazy.
Yeah, half of 35. And then go even lower. No! You must. If you must.
I mean, that colour is so intense, isn't it? And like you say, if you put it with somebody else, I mean, it'd be beautiful just on its own and just with one of the silver charms. But the minute, I mean, if you alternated with the white pearls, you know, the strength of the colour is going to come out even more then. That's gorgeous.
This feels like a giveaway. Last 50 and counting. Many, many congratulations to those of you who've got that. The graduating size, which many designers, and I know yourself have mentioned it, we were talking about it earlier, graduating designs, you could go graduating down and graduating up.
Absolutely,
A strand of rubies like that, I mean, you wouldn't need many in a pair of earrings, would you, to graduate a couple, would you?
And when you've got that colour intensity, you could use one of the smallest and just one, and you'd still get, you know, a real presence in that jewellery of that beautiful colour.
Definitely would. I've just counted the first 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I appreciate the graduate, but looking at what you've got there, you've got at least, what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Probably got just shy of 90, 100 there of rubies. Just one ruby in the middle of the pearl necklaces or the tanzanite piece or the peacocks or anything we've got. These are going to sell out, and I hope to goodness you're going to get one, because that genuine gem, ruby's birthstone, for me that's, oh, well, that was only ever a special gift for me. That's not something you could just treat yourself to. And to see it at the price of that, where you can buy jewellery from your cosmetic store, not even your cosmetic store, your chemist, that to me, I appreciate it's not a finished piece of jewellery. You have to make something with it, but that's not going to be, it's the whole point of Jewellery Maker, isn't it?
It's not quite as common. It can be as easy as you or as complicated as you want it to be, because if you just did a straightforward restrand and put a clasp on, that'd be a beautiful, wouldn't it? And everybody knows rubies, so fantastic piece of jewellery and not too much, not labour intensive.
And usually with natural rubies, you're struggling because a lot of people don't get the colour, because natural rubies can look almost like a magenta, dark, burgundy colour sometimes,
yes, yeah.
Because they're naturally, maybe they don't have as high a chromium content, or just that's the tumble before they were fasted, that's what they were. That is easily recognisable, and it's not what I would expect a natural ruby red to look like for £14. The price is not right in my mind. That should be nearer your £50, purely based on the quality of colour and how recognisable it is. It's got tassels on it, so something special. We don't often do rubies with tassels at £15. I'm not sure why it's happened to be there, but I'll get over it at some point, just maybe not today. No, probably not tomorrow or Tuesday, because I'm off. No, I'm back on Tuesday. Maybe I'll get over it on Tuesday. Maybe. Not promising anything though. £15! Imagine you went to jewellers, and this is no disrespect to jewellers. I love jewellers. I think they're great and everyone has their place. Imagine you went into jewellers and said, oh, can I get a 40 carat ruby necklace, please? Have you got £15? Could you imagine? How about no? 40 carats of rubies, yeah. I probably would put this in my safe next to my Colombian emerald and my tanzanite bi-colour single stone. That's what I would do. And just look at it. I wouldn't tell anybody it was only £15, because to be honest, I probably wouldn't believe it myself when I got it home. Be smiling like a Cheshire cat if I got that one. Well done. What a treat. Sorry, we need to move on, don't we? Is it Star by? No, it's not. I'm doing my amber! Yes! I'm so excited about this. Did I just do like an arm waving with a ruby in my hand? Enjoy that. Do check it out before it goes. Yes! Oh, I'm really excited about this. The colour, the quality. All you need to have is that in your life. This is a brilliant way to try Jewellery Maker for the first time. So many people will have bracelets at home and necklaces at home. Just a chain. Pop it on and just wear it. You don't even need to do anything, do you, with one of these?
Not at all, no. Nice bit of cord and that's it.
Yeah, cord, ribbon,
anything,
thread.
Yeah.
Just get it home. This will sell out before you know it. I'm so excited about that. Oh, what's gorgeous for me about it? No, it's not. No, 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 no. You guys not got to do anything. You're the producer, you can choose. In my head, £45, you'd be struggling to get a charm of amber of this quality anywhere else. Quality on there. Look at the colour. It's got everything I look for in an amber. It's Polish amber, it's Baltic amber, it's fabulous. It's got moments captured by Mother Nature. And that wasn't like last year. I'm talking about 50 million years ago. You have a snapshot of life. I saw a lady walking down the street just the other day with an amber and pearl alternating rosary link necklace. It looked so nice. Really lovely. Amber, I think, doesn't... Well, it actually does get enough recognition. We just don't have enough of it. That's the problem. Shropshire, Derbyshire, already straight in. It's sterling silver within it, I'm imagining. But I'd rather know. Is it? Just gonna find it. Oh, it's got a 925 stamp on. So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's stamped there with a 925 stamp, and you wouldn't be able to stamp it if it were, well, you shouldn't stamp it. We would never stamp it if it wasn't sterling silver. So 925 sterling silver stamp on there. So it's sterling silver and amber. Look at the quality of that amber. Now I've seen glass and plastic and resin at £45. Maria, Margaret, Penelope, Jackie, Patricia, you've all got yours. Try Jewellery Maker out for the first time. It's a Sunday afternoon. You might have happened upon this channel either because somebody else has left the channel on, you turn the telly on, you're thinking, what on earth is this? What was going on? I was looking for the races, whatever. Hi, I'm Ali. How you doing? I've got Claire with me. She's fabulous. She's our guest designer, and she got answers to all your questions. So drop us a message if you want to know what to do or how to use it. But do not miss out on something that's so cheap. It's like a charm. It's called a bead spacer. Sorry, you cannot make amber a spacer. Is that a joke? That's the only reason this price is going as low as it is, I think, because we've called it a spacer. £20. Claire, what do you reckon?
I just think, what if you? It's a very, very on-trend design, isn't it? So it's classic because it's amber, but it's also, you know, if you showed a lot of people, and again, all ages, it's a very it's a classic design that lots of people wear as well now. So I think if you, you know, if you put that in some sort of presentation box, I think you would elevate straight away the perceived value of how much that is. A lot more than that.
Sterling silver, amber, and then you get to see my producer Toby's price, because producer Toby isn't happy at £19.95. You can't just shout £10 off half price. A cheeky chappy in there. Not sure what to say about that other than congratulations. I'm hoping Maria in Yorkshire's happy, because Maria in Yorkshire had 3 before we took it down to £9.95. Oh yeah, there you all are. I see you. 0800 644 655. It's free. You gotta trust me. I don't joke when I say things like this. At that price, if that's not a try Jewellery Maker price out, I have no idea what is. They're there, they're available, but it's on a first come, first served basis. I know for a fact there are plenty of you out there who have a chain at home who can get this and just put it on straight away. And you might think, but I'm a jewellery maker, I want to make. You can still make jewellery with this. It's not as if you just have to put it on a chain, but I'm just trying to make it for everyone across the board. Brand new jewellery makers, brand new viewers, and it's £2.95 for your post and packaging. You've just got a perfect amber charm. What do you reckon?
And it could, yeah, and it could be. You could do it in gents jewellery as well, couldn't you? With the, you know, amber's lovely for that. So, yeah, I don't get that price at all, really.
I don't think it's there to be got price-wise. I think it's just there to be bought. Enjoy it at £9.95. If there's any left, I'm not only going to buy that for me, I'm going to buy that for my present drawer. That is going to be the best in my present drawer. Phenomenal, phenomenal. The earrings that you've been mentioning, the one to own, they're coming up. They are just perfect. They're your peacock pearl one to own. You get 2 pairs. One for you and one for a friend. So do treat yourself to these. These are coming up. They'll go perfect with the other pearl deals we've had. We've got many, many opportunities to bring you in the next hour. We've got, of course, the masterclass with Claire coming up, the peacock we're going to be making. I know, so much. Check those out before they go. Is that, if you don't mind me saying, is one of the biggest amber steals of Jewellery Maker history, and I don't say that lightly. I genuinely do feel it. Enjoy it. Oops. Oh, just have to keep that then. No? Oh. Break.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
I found Jewellery Maker by flicking through the TV one day and being absolutely astounded by the gemstones and the price. Obviously sceptical at first, but within days I'd ordered, never looked back. My first impressions were how friendly the channel is and feeling like being on the other side of the screen, you're still part of it. I enjoy the gemstones most about the channel, but also the presenters and the guest designers learning new techniques. Claire McDonald's my favourite guest designer. Her wire work is absolutely amazing, astounding. I love how the channel's evolved recently. I love the prices that we get, and the customer service is fantastic. Advice for somebody starting out in Jewellery Maker would be to have a little go at everything, see what you like, and then go with that, because you'll excel at whatever you're enjoying.
Moonstone is beautiful. It looks so stunning in bridal jewellery. Its iridescence just makes it such a different gemstone against anything else. When you're putting it into your own jewellery, you can put it in tiaras, you can put it in drop earrings, and it makes those pieces special.
One of the most fascinating things about Moonstone is, I think, its myth and legend, and whether it's a gemstone which is used for fertility or a gemstone which you give to loved ones, it's a fantastic gemstone to own, especially from JM, because of the natural qualities, the rainbow shimmer which you get from this amazing gem. And whether it's in nuggets or whether it's really, really highly faceted, whether it's a smaller carat weight or a larger carat weight, you're always guaranteed a superb example of the gem.
Oh, hello there. If you've just tuned in, well, boy, oh boy, have you missed some treats. I'm Ali Defoy. It's lovely to see you. I am wearing the one to own. This pair of earrings is a very special treat. Aren't they just? They arrived today. Now, I have to be very honest, I was slightly impatient. Claire had about a minute to set them, and then I put them in my ear straight away. So if they do come apart, it's because they've literally been held for about a second, and then I got them on. I couldn't wait. They were so perfectly formed, and that's something that you commented on actually, Claire. Claire's a guest designer. Sorry if you've just tuned in, Claire McDonald. Regular viewers, you probably tuned in just for her, but if you're new to Jewellery Maker, nice for you to meet. So, Claire, what did you think about, because that's something you mentioned when you first saw them, wasn't it?
How smooth they are. Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. Yeah, really, really smooth.
Are they easy to set? Are they difficult to work with? Or?
Well, I had to work quite hard. Yeah, definitely.
What did you have to do?
I had to take the lid off the glue, hold it in my hand, do a little blob and hold it together. So yeah, it wasn't that hard. I managed.
Yeah, you got there. Something we'll probably put on our CVs, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
That hard work carried out there, really putting you to the test this afternoon. No, but to be fair, it is really, really, really fun to do. It doesn't take long, as proved today. You have a post. In fact, that's a fib. You have 4 posts. Within it, it's actually slightly textured already, but you could always get a file and texture it just a little bit more yourself, just to help the glue and the pearls stick together. Put a little bit of glue on the pearl, just where the drill hole is. There's a perfect drill hole. Pop a little bit of glue in there, then use the post to force the glue inside. It's easy to do it from upside down and back to front. And then you would leave it probably like that. Sorry, I've just completely lifted it out of shot, sorry. Leave it like that and put it upright. And then maybe stick it into one of the slots on your macrame board. Is that what you would maybe have done?
Really good for that.
Before I put it in my ear?
Yeah.
Imagine, I'm like, oh, it's stuck. The glue has stuck.
Well, we'll have to do you
ear.
another one then so you can match.
And just constantly
Forever.
pearls in my ears forever and a day. Oh, they just got glued in, stuck. You do get your butterfly backings, and it's all sterling silver for your findings. The pearls are so perfectly spherical, and that's what you want in a perfect pair of pearl studs, don't you? You don't want them to be possibly slightly round, but maybe a little bit off. These have been chosen because of how perfect they are. They are four of them that you will get. They're 7 to 8 millimeter in their size. And the pearl, once the post is in, just commented by our director, Ollie, which is very, very true. They just look perfectly round. And to be fair, I know 1 millimeter in a pearl is huge because that's on average a year for it to form and to get that big. But in actual fact, it's quite minimal if you think about a 1 millimeter, isn't it? So for you to get a pair of virtually perfectly round pearls, how much would you expect to be paying for perfect pearl studs when you need a tiny little bit of glue? And you might think, well, I don't want to buy a whole pack of glue for this because I don't have the glue available. You've got options. There are so many people on Facebook. You probably live around the corner from someone who's a jewellery maker. You can borrow a little bit of glue. You might even have someone who you know who's got it, or you can maybe even just pop to local jewellers. Glue is something that all of your designers use. Your 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 100, 10,000 pound pieces of jewellery will have glue used in them as well. It's jewellery making glue. It's designed for it. It's nothing to be scared of. Just don't use any super glues. So any glue that's got super in front of it, don't use that because it's a different type of sticking from what I understand. Go for your glue that's E6000 if you've got that. Try and pop it on a cocktail stick and then just pop on, as we say, on the drill hole and then put the post into it. Make sure you sort of mark the drill hole, mark the end of your post. Just a little bit. I used to call it scoring it when I was younger, when I was a dancer, because I used to score the bottom of brand new dance shoes, and sorry mum when you got me your lovely new shoes, and I would score the bottom of them with a knife or with scissors, and everybody's mums would be looking at them thinking, what are you doing? I just bought these beautiful new shoes. But it's so you could get grip. So when you're dancing on a dance floor, dancing on a variety of floors, all over the country, all over the world, they're all going to be different. You need to get as much grip as you can. And the same with your pearl. You don't want that perfect pearl going anywhere. You want to make sure it's got as much grip as it can. So by having the bit of glue and just a little bit of extra grip allows you to get that perfect, secure grip. 1 to 1. Now these are brand new. There are 400, no, I tell a fib, 500 opportunities, not pairs. There's 1,000 pairs because you get 2 pairs per person. Or per opportunity. You can get as many as you want. We're not limiting this per person because we know how popular these are going to be. I've been wearing them all day. They will go with a variety of outfits because they've got purples and pinks and lilacs and silvers and greys and blues. They're not just one block colour. They've got an array of orient in there, and that's what makes these such a perfect one to own, and that's why it's called, it's our version of a deal of the day. On the mid-show we get something special as well. Everybody has something special. The late show has their treat as well, today's must-have. So this is for so many people will tune in and buy this specifically, and other treats as well, but you will tune in to buy just the one to own because they know how good a deal it's going to be. The price that's coming in is redonkulous. £12.95 for 2 pairs of perfectly, near to perfectly spherical pearls. Flawless. There's no pitting on there. There's no banding in there. Now elsewhere, our director was having a look this morning. Is that just because you were intrigued yourself? He was having a look at, because they had some 6 to 7 mils this morning, so just 1 millimeter of difference, or 2 millimeters. Black pearl, they were sterling silver studs. Elsewhere about £38 to try and find just 1 pair similar. So fake pearls, they were £8 odds and 44 pence. So having a look elsewhere, seeing what you can find at £12.95, that's not even £7 a pair. That's £6.50 for a pair. Now, you don't have to use them as earrings, do you, Claire?
No, I mean, I would be, because sometimes it's really lovely to have, you know, when we did the first demo, we talked about sort of how you would draw where your eye goes with a piece of jewellery. So sometimes you just want a drop, but you don't want the drill hole going all the way through, so you've got the head pin or the ball of the head pin going at the bottom. So with that, just as we discussed before with how you could turn, say, a stud into a pendant, you could just turn a loop on there and you've got a beautiful drop there that, like you say, that you could just use a pendant, a charm. So it's not just, when you've got good quality findings like that, you can manipulate them a bit to sort of whatever you want, and I think jewellery makers do that a lot. So yes, you've got a stud earring, but you've got so many other things as well. So
much scope. So £12.95, it is the one to own. We want to make sure everyone can own it. We do have 500 of these. So let's make a price that makes it simply irresistible. What was that I was mentioning about glass pearls? About £8.40 for a pair of glass pearls for one pair, or 2 pairs of sterling silver perfectly formed pearls for not even £4.50 each. Oh my word, who would have thought you can pay less for something real than you can pay for something, as if that would happen. Oh, actually, can I just pay more because that's fake, please? You wouldn't say that. If you had the option between getting something real and getting something fake, if they were both as good looking as each other, because bear in mind sometimes you can get fakes that look better than the real thing, I get that, but if they're looking better and they're real, I'm not going to want some plastic or some glass, am I? I'm trying to think why I would want that. If the price, it would only be because of price.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, that's not me just saying that's it, end of. Have a look and do your own research. That's just something that our director Ollie did earlier, because it's something he was intrigued in, because we had some. These are even bigger than the ones that he was looking at with 5 to 6 mil. These are 7 to 8 mil. And we all know with the pearl, 1 millimetre is on average about a year to form. So it's a huge difference. The bigger the pearl, the higher valued the pearl. So for you to get a 7 to 8 mil pearl, to get 2 pairs and to get them, and now they're not black, that's what they're known as, but they're getting all the orients of the paint. It's like a pearlescent black. You know when you think of pearlescent? That's what you want. They are actually pearls. So you're getting the orient, you're getting the pinks, you're getting... That for me is like a lovely sunset. Wonderful pinky, reddy, rosy sunset hues coming through. Pinks, lilac, silvers. Super busy. And at £8.95 for the present drawer. One as a gift and one for yourself. Because nobody's going to turn around and think, oh, I can't believe you got me pearls. Can't believe you bought me pearl earrings and sterling silver. How very dare you. I was expecting a glass pearl. Could you imagine? Imagine giving the gift of a pearl for £4.50. Oh my word. You know those things we talk about? I shouldn't talk about it right now, but we are having Christmas tomorrow on Jewellery Maker. Secret Santas. Most people are between £5 to £10 in a Secret Santa, aren't they? Who's going to think, oh yeah, that Secret Santa was only £5?
You'd be overjoyed, wouldn't you? Absolutely overjoyed. And also, I think if you're selling, selling your jewellery, there are different ways, aren't there? So you would look, it's not very time consuming to make a beautiful piece of jewellery like that. But also people say that often, if they sort of but throw in the pair of earrings with, say, either the bracelet or the necklace, so the more expensive part. So if you'd done that, you wouldn't, it hasn't cost you too much. And your time-wise, it hasn't cost you there. So, with all the other pearls, I mean, it would go beautifully with the kit that, all the pearls that are in there. So it might be worth thinking about it in that way as well.
That's a really good way of thinking about it, Claire. Because we've got a mixture of Baroque pearls, Keshi pearls, and Biwa pearls. This kit is out of this world, the one we've got coming up today, because it's actually giving you pretty much every type of pearl. It's the most varied pearl kit we've had all weekend for Pearl Weekend. Can you see how wonderful they are? Now they're all different mixed shapes and they're perfectly round, or near to perfectly round, and look how well they all go. Any of the peacock pearl opportunities I've got today, I know these are Mystic Black, but any of the peacock pearl opportunities go with this, because I've shown them all together today already. They all work perfectly. So many of you getting involved, so many multi-purchases. For example, somebody in Yorkshire has gone for 3. That's giving you, of course, that's giving you 12 pairs. No, it's not. I tell a fib. That's giving you, hold on. If you've got 3 and you get 2 in a pack, yes, 6 pairs, sorry. No, 12 pairs. 6 pairs, 12 earrings, there we go. I knew that because I was counting all the pearls individually. But the thing is, you can use them separately. You don't have to put, you do not even have to put these pearls with these posts. You can do it totally differently. You might want to put them in anything you want. Plenty in baskets, you need to check those out. Enjoy them. You have got the one to own, which so many people dream of owning, and you've got them for a price point which is just redonkulous. Write down the code HVPO79, because as I always think, it's good to do your research, have a look and see what you can spend elsewhere. Definitely one to do and see. Right. Enjoy those. Are you ready for the ultimate kit? Do you like a variety of pearls? You've just seen a hint of them there. What are your favourites? Baroque pearls? Oh, they're quite nice. Flat on the bottom, shaped on the top. You like biwa pearls? You like straight drilled through pearls? You like keshi pearls? I mean, that's quite a lot to ask for. That's 3 different types of pearls. Should we have all of those in one kit? Sounds like the ultimate kit. Have a looky here. Wow, wow, wow. This is how we do it. What a treat. Sorry, my hair was tickling my neck. Biwa. Biwa pearls, keshi pearls, and Baroque pearls. And then finish it off with some silver. Could it be that we have natural pearls within this mist? What do you reckon? We do. There's a strand of natural pearls in there. Can you work out which strand? It's a difficult one, isn't it? It's on my hand. There is a strand of natural pearls in here. What do you reckon? The shapes, Mother Nature, yes. Freshwater culture pearls, yes. Biwa, named after the Biwa Lake. And they used to originally have to come from the Biwa Lake. They now don't, but it's that shape that you're getting. I've already got 10 in baskets. I need to refresh my screen. There we go. Oh yeah, you're going to get more. Plenty in baskets, and that's without seeing the rest of it. It's almost like we want to give you 2 of the weaving wires because you use those up a little bit quicker. 2.4mm reels. 10 meters in each reel, that's 20 meters. In your silver. Very popular, silver plated wire. Add to that 0.8mm. Finish it off. If I can squeeze in your 1mm. 40 meters of wire. 1mm, 0.8, 10 meters of each of those. 20 meters in 2 individual reels of 0.4mm. Could that be a wire worker's dream? If you're not a wire worker, do you need to worry about that? No. Could you become a wire worker? Well, yes. Yes, you can. If I can do it, I'm not saying I'm good at it, if I can give it a go and be happy enough with something I've created, then anybody can, because I am not particularly arty. Regular viewers, you know this. I got thrown out of art. Not technically thrown out, they just gestured me towards music, which was down the hall. Quite rightly so, I was good at music. Apart from when I get told I had no coordination to play the drums, which quite offended me because I was a professional dancer, so that hurt. No coordination. I couldn't get the drums. Couldn't do the drums. Anyway. That made me think I couldn't do craft things because I couldn't do art. How fun is that? I thought, I'm not arty, I can't craft, I'm not a crafter. And then started Jewellery Maker. Fell in love with it. Thought, I can do this. Who told me I can't do art? Pa! I can do this. This is so much fun. I'm not brilliant, and I'm definitely not the best, but I enjoy what I do, and I offer it to people, and they actually wear it. Whether they just do it to humour me or not, I don't know, but they have worn it, and they do keep it. So that in itself makes me feel good. Whether they just do it for photos and then take it off and then leave it for next time I see them and they put it on, I'm like, oh yes, I love what you gave me, yes, wear it all the time. Do you know what I mean? Probably do that with my jewellery, not with your jewellery, Claire. Everybody like weird price. Claire McDonald piece, yes. Very proud of it. Whereas mine, it's like, oh yeah, it looks great, isn't it? Straight off. But it makes me feel good that they might have even for a minute pretended that they liked wearing it. So, it just goes to show that anybody can make jewellery. All different levels, granted, but we can. And with wire, I mean, you've got gauges you could wire right with here, Claire, couldn't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Very much so, yeah. Again, you've got your great structural wires, your weaving wires, so yeah, you've got everything. But even if, you know, like you say, if wire work's not your cup of tea, you know, make your rosary links with it. You know, there's lots of things you could do, lots and lots of things.
And how popular is silver-plated wire for selling?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. It's the most, isn't it? I think most people like the silver, so.
Can I show you something that's going to blow your mind? It's not mine, but it's been made by Claire. Pick anyone, they'll all blow your mind. Just breathtaking.
I think I'm blushing a bit now.
Is it hot in here? Claire, I couldn't even possibly fathom how to do any of that.
Well, we're going to do that now.
Yes.
We're going to do it now.
So looking at this, and then you see what Claire has made, and you think, yeah, that's great, very well, good, Claire's made it. How am I going to, we're going to make a peacock. Here we are, with peacock pearls. You need this. Have you worked out what strands natural yet? It's the Baroque pearls. Baroque. Flat on one side, shaped on the other. Almost look like buttons here. Should we get the price down? Because £49.10 today is not your price. It's not your price. You ready for this? For the wire, for the pearls, for the Biwa pearls, the Keshi pearls, for the Baroque pearls, the selection of pearls that you're getting. This is phenomenal. So many people already had this in baskets before we even brought the price on, and that was at £46, which I was really chuffed with. They're flying out the door. Get yours before they go. I've got Devon, Cardiff, Kent, Lancashire, Greater Manchester, again, Sussex, Greater London, Essex, Shropshire, Diane, Paula, 20 in baskets, and that's not to mention those of you who haven't even thought of picking up the phone. You've got a 30-day money back guarantee. This kit, how many did I have again? Just over 100. I don't have that anymore, with just shy of half the stock gone. You have time to call, but do not wait for the demonstration to be finished, because once that happens, because we're doing a masterclass now, we're getting a really good amount of time with Claire to enjoy this, so do get them right now. Now is the time to get it. I don't want you to think, oh, I'll wait until Claire's done the masterclass and then I'll get it, which would be great if we had 200 or 300 or 400 of these. I don't have that many. At £29.95, pretty as a peacock, and we're going to make a peacock. You need this in your life. VKGC 97. And if you've just thought, actually, Ali, that's all well and great, but what if I get this in a couple of weeks' time, or a couple of days' time, sorry, you get it home and then you've forgotten what to do? You've got YouTube. YouTube is totally free. You can watch Jewellery Maker tutorials on it. Just click back to today's show at 3 o'clock and you can watch the show again, or press the record on your phone, on your television. If you have a luxury of a record button, then record it and we'll show you how to do it. But Claire is on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you don't have to be, you can, people will be there. Maybe you've got friends or family, or if you're thinking, I'm not up in the whole social media thing, maybe you've got a granddaughter or a son or a niece or a nephew who might be able to drop Claire a wee message and to say, look, can you help me with that in 3 days' time? Claire, you're not going to mind it in a week's time if somebody said, oh, I love the peacock that you did. Can I just check what gauge wire that you started with, or whatever?
No, not
you don't
at all.
mind.
I just always say, because I'm not very good with Facebook, so sometimes it takes me a little bit longer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So bear that in
Yeah,
mind. Don't
always.
expect an imminent answer, because if we're on the TV, we can't answer right now. That's something I had to explain to somebody once. They were like, "Why didn't you answer me?" So I got 5 messages in the space of a minute. I was like, I'm on the telly, I'm not allowed Facebook on the telly, it's alright. Phone's on airplane mode. Michelle in Greater London's messaging, Claire, this is again so amazing. Thank you so much for giving us so much inspiration. You are not from this planet. I think that's positive though, clearly.
Yeah,
it's like
really
you're out of
nice.
this world,
Thank
you're
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Do check this out before it sells out, because it's actually nearly gone. Check it out before it goes. Right, I'm going to shimmy on to this side of the studio, my right, your left, because I'm going to hang out with Claire, because she asked them. Claire, this just blows my mind.
I loved this kit. I really loved.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
What did you love so much?
I love all the pearls. I think the BWA pearls are my absolute favourites. I think, and I love all those colours that are in there. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's perfectly put together. You've got all your fantastic gauges of wire that really complement each other. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Really enjoyed working with it.
Can't even. Sorry, I'm turning this round. That's terrible. I'm just looking at it myself. You see. Wow. Is a peacock's head a bit like a gazelle's from the side as well? No.
Yeah, I think so. Some of them looked a bit more, what was his name? I was trying to think of what the cartoon, you know, Cyril Sneer. Is it Cyril Sneer? Yeah. The raccoons. Some of them have morphed a little bit into Cyril Sneer. So not very, with a funny little nose.
I didn't think that. I just thought the elegance from the
Some
side
of them
looked
I think
like
that might be a
gazelle.
little bit Cyril Sneer, that profile.
Now this isn't just a peacock, is it?
No, so that one is a little, I'm really playing about at the moment with, you know, I got a book, you know, with
Did
basket
you?
weaving. I bought a book. You know, for basket weaving and things like that you would use for willow. Have you seen, so you create your baskets. So I'm sort of replicating a lot of those, putting that into my wire work. So you can.
Can I take it off?
Yeah.
In fact, I'll let you do it because I don't want to damage it.
So unfortunately, I had to just sort of put that up there so you can. So I've just hooked him together with, because you could. I really like anything that opens and closes and like your little keepsake.
Little lockets and things.
You could, you know, have your little pair of earrings or something. So if you've got those little earrings, the little stud earrings, you can just pop it in and then
close it over.
Close him up. So he's sort of a bit sort of flattened there, so that hopefully you should sit on your dressing table or wherever your little Cyril. Can you see?
No, I
so have him from the front rather than the side.
It's gorgeous.
So yeah,
that's just incredible.
Thank you.
So gorgeous. Right, Claire, we're making a peacock.
Yes, so essentially the peacocks are all built in the same way. So once you've sort of done the one, we've gone through this, you can alter it to, you know, if you wanted to put it on the little box or your bracelet or your necklace or whatever. Okay. And obviously the size-wise, again, is up to you. So starting off, so I'm going to work with the 1 mil.
Okay.
So what you need to do is we want our 5 pieces. So again, through your nylon jaw pliers or through your fingers, just get rid of any of the little kinks. So you can see, and it's sort of when you take it off the reel like this, you can see I don't want to go against. So if I was sort of to go like that, I'm sort of working against the way. Can you see the
curve,
point that it's
the natural
So
curve.
Really sort of do yourself a bit of a favour. If it's going into that sort of shape anyway, just work with it like that. So you can see I'm going to group those ones together. Okay. So I might do it in a wire that's not in the kit, just so that you can see
the different colour.
The different. So obviously, when I've made the peacocks that you can see there as part of that collection, it's the silver and the silver. But I think I'm going to use the coloured wire here so you can see it a little bit better. So what I want to do, I'm going to be picking them up and almost doing like a crisscross with how I place them. So I'm going to group them. So I'm going to have a group of 2 and a group of 3. And I can work with my 0.4 on the reel at this point. So I'm going to take the 3 and just lay them out. So this is where I say, you know, work with the wire. Don't sort of make your life hard. So you can see I've just grouped those together. I'm going to let gravity help me as well. So they're sort of falling down in that natural
curve.
Yeah. And I'm going to pop the the 2 on the top. So I've got the 3 on the bottom and the 2 on the top. So I'm going to take my, so this would be your silver weaving wire. So again, I'm going to leave a nice tail on here. I'm just going to start to join these. So they're crossing over, so you can see, so if I move my, you can see they're just lying one on top of the other. I'm just going to cross over a couple of times. So a couple of wraps on there, and I've got that little tail here. It's going to come over, I'm going underneath. I'm just going to start again, a couple of wraps around here. So I keep moving around. It's a little bit fiddly at first, obviously I haven't got anything joining them other than these very, very thin bits of wire. So I'm going to come again, so I might go over the top this time, a few wraps around. And I mean, you can see this, so that's obviously why I wanted to do it, so you can see the difference. But when it's the silver, you know, it's because it's silver on silver, you're not going to see too much. So don't worry if you do sort of the 3 wraps and 2 wraps, it's really fine, you won't notice. So again, so I'm going to secure that side. So hopefully now we've got a bit more of a structure. So if I just trim off, and it's entirely up to you whether you trim off that tail now. I just want to trim it off so it's not going to confuse us. Sometimes I always think with tails it's getting a balance of whether you trim them off as soon as you've finished working with that wire, or because then it becomes less confusing as you've got fewer wires to worry about. But then sometimes if you leave them, obviously they can be very, very helpful, you know, if you want to add bits to it rather than having to add in wires. So you can see we've now got a bit more of a structure. Now I could still pull from either side and alter the length of, because there's nothing else, just those few wires that are holding it together. So what I might do, I'm just going to do a couple more in exactly the same way, and just to group that a little bit more. And then I can start to build and plan with my wires which wires are going to go for the sort of the fan of his feathers, which are going to be these ones here, and then 3 for the body. So have a look at it. So if I put the ones up here, so what I'm going to do, I've finished at this point, so round after the 2. So I'm going to point 3 at the top. So I've got my 1, 2, 3 here. So I'm going to forget about those for a minute, and they're going to make the body. So what's left here, so I've got my 2, 4, 6, 7 here. So I'm now going to bring these out. I'm going to just splay them out a little bit, and that's what's going to become his plumage. So if I just bring those out, so I want to get
plumage.
I
like that word.
So I'm going to bring that out.
It's 2 words you've used today now, everyone. Might be vocabulary.
Tendril and plumage. I know I've swallowed a thesaurus, haven't I? So we've got our plumage bit here. So if I'm going to alter these just a little bit and bring those wires around. So as I start working and weaving it, it's going to give it more structure, but I can just help myself now by just bringing that round. So I'm going to do exactly the same with this bit. Now, if you want to use your nylon jaw pliers, you absolutely can do. But you can see I'm starting to get, so it's a little bit more even. But don't forget, because these 3 here are obviously attached to 3 down here. So if you move too much, so can you see, if I pull there, that one's going to get shorter. So I'm going to now support this. So I'm just going to try and get in there. So I'm going to, again, ignore those 3 that become the body. So I'm starting still with the reel, and I'm just going to go a wrap around, and then I'm going to come over. Now I'm just going in the same direction, so I'm not doing a figure of 8 weave, so I'm just wrapping around there, and I'm pushing really nice and tightly up into that point. And I'm going to come down, so underneath the next one, and a full wrap around.
Now I don't want to interrupt, but just quickly, we've got 20 in baskets, was it, and 25 left? Approximately. So if you've got it in your basket, check it out. There's so many of you there. I appreciate we want to watch this, but if you don't have it and it comes home and you don't have the pearls or the beadwork pearls, especially what you might need for this, then there's nothing I can do. I can't make you another one, so just bear that in mind. If you don't mind whether you get it or not, then that's another story. But if you know you want it, do check it out with your baskets. It doesn't stop you from adding anything to your order for the rest of the day. Sorry, Claire.
That's okay. So essentially what we do now is, so I've come all the way, so I've used that same weave, so I'm starting here again, so I'll do another one, because you're just going to use the same weave to build up that fan shape. So I'm going across all the way around. So if I show you from that angle as well, so you can see, so I'm just wrapping all the way around, push it down, take over to the next one, all the way around, push down, go over to the next one. And you can see as you start, because you've got irregular gaps in between, so some are going to be much wider and you need more wire than the others, but I'm doing the same movement. Now at the starting point it's a bit, and you can really see this in the coloured wire, it's a little bit messy, but as you start and you build up this fan shape, it's going to get neater and neater. So again, so I keep going back, so I'm working almost like just in that semicircle, back and forth, so just wrapping around, straightforward wraps. Keep going, push down. You can see it's not a complicated weave, and it builds up that really nice flat surface area very, very quickly. So again, so I've come to the end, so I go back on myself, exaggerated movements round to get that wire to go where I want it to, come back round, push. And so then every layer that I do, it butts up against the one I've done previously. So you can see, and you can just obviously start to go much quicker. So you can see how I'm starting to build that. So if I hold it up now, you'll be able to see. So you can see, I'm just doing...
Starting to shake.
Can you see how much? So I've got that surface, a good surface area there. So that's what we're looking for.
And that will be in the silver wire. Of course, you could do it in any colour you wanted, but by doing it in that colour, you can see very clearly on the TV what's being created and how quickly it's forming, actually.
Yeah. So you're carrying on building and building with this weave. So this is the weave that I sort of, out of like the baskets that you would make with...
wicker baskets, idea.
Yeah, with willow.
My rabbit loves those.
Turn
around,
really,
he's eating holes in them. I'm like, oh no.
Some really good little bird feeders and things like that as well. Interesting. Good book. So if I keep going, and you can see how quickly, once you get into...
Pictures in the book.
Yeah.
I love picture books.
Some words as well, but
They spoil those books, don't they? Work. I'm joking.
So I'm just keeping going. So it's almost like a spider web, but I'm not taking in those three. So I always leave the three that are there. And what I want to think about when I'm doing this section is I want to think about how large I want the body to be, because I want that fan to be seen. If I just sort of left this fan shape here quite small, and then I had a very, very, a rotund peacock, it's going to cover all the hard work that I've done here. So you want to think about, what a peacock would actually look like, and how high you would actually take this part of the weave. So you want to, so that's what's great with, if you just sort of keep it on the reel, you can go back, and at any point you could alter it, so you could make it a little bit bigger if you wanted to. But you can see, just as I'm talking to you, it's building up really quite quickly. Once you get into the rhythm of it, it does build up quite quickly. So you'd have your fan shape going out like that. So if I just pop that to the side a minute. So what you've got now, what you would have is something like this. Now obviously you would have gone much, much further, but this is just to show you where we've got on the next bit. Now you will have a very much a back and a front. So if I just sort of show you, if I can show you, that is what I would class as the front there. So if we look at it from, can you see I haven't got this, I can't see the spines of the wire, they are all covered in, whereas if I turn it to the side, can you see I've got that, you can actually see the spine of the wire going through the structural wire. So it's entirely up to you. You could have that as the front, no problem. But how I've done it is that I've had that as my front. Now I need to decide, because when I start working on this body part here, when I turn it, when I sort of curve it up, because obviously it's going to be curving up like that, you want to remember which is the front and which is the back. Okay. So if I've got the front here, so I would have continued however high I want that fan shape to be. So now what I want to do, I want to start using these 3 wires that we haven't done the weaving for as our body. So I'm just going to start splaying these out a bit, and again remember these 3 wires here are connected to probably those 3 there. So be quite gentle with them, because if we pulled out here, it would disturb that weave. So I'm just going to bring those out as much as I can. So the difference will be when you're starting off. So if I bring that one back in, if you continue doing quite several of these, the initial wraps that we did, that would obviously take it out to about, you could come out to as far as here on the the point there. So what you need to remember is you would only then be able to, at that point there, can you see? So if I brought it out too far up here, I wouldn't be able to splay out until here. So I'd have a much bigger gap here. So that's something to bear in mind.
Mind the gap.
Okay, yeah, mind the gap. So if I start now, so I can either, again, use tools if I wanted to, or my fingers, whichever I want. But what I want to try and do is I want to try and get a bit of a, almost like a teardrop shape, sort of an upside down one. So if I use my bail making pliers, I'm going to start to get that curve. So I'm just going to start little bends. So I started to get that curve going around, and I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. So it just gives me the start. So you can see I'm just moving that wire around. So I've got the start of a curve here.
Oh yeah.
So now I could start to freehand shape it. So I'm going to again grip, because we need to always remember that they're connected to something else. So I'm going to start to bring out. So if I looked at that and thought, right, he's looking a little bit round, I want him more elongated. So I could use my chain nose pliers and just get in at one of the curves and just bring up. So that then takes it less round and more teardrop that we're looking for. So I'm going to bring those together. So again, this is thinking about, so the height of this section, we'll obviously think about where it's going to sit on that, in front of that fan part.
And if you've not cut the wire off the weaving wire, then you could still always make it bigger. Is that what you were saying earlier?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So if we looked at it now, so obviously this, what you're looking at here is going to be the back. So the front of the peacock is actually, when we turn it around, it's going to be this point here. So to give it that like a three-dimensional look, because what we're looking for is so that it's got a little bit that sort of protrudes forward. So this central wire is going to come down. So I'm just going to bring it out ever so slightly and just tease that wire around, so I've got a little bit of a curve. So if we looked at it from the front, can't see very much, but when we look at it from the side now, we're getting a much more three-dimensional shape. So this is going to become the breast, and obviously these are like the sides of his body. We can have a play about, and obviously you would make that as neat as possible.
Right. Quickly before we go into the next part, we've got a bead scoop that has just arrived. I know, that is a bead scoop. But can I just get confirmation that's not 2 or 3 bead scoops added together? This is one bead scoop. That isn't a bead scoop. A cabochon. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you will get what's in this bead scoop. I'm guaranteeing you will get this grammage. 300 grams. You ready for this? This is, yeah, oh no. This is 300 grams. This is my director saying, oh no. 300 grams in a gemstone lucky dip scoop. This is one scoop. You have labradorite options in here. Look how good that is. Oh my word.
I think I'm in love. Look.
Wait to see this. A briolette faceted drop amethyst.
There's another one there.
You will, and that's even bigger, that one. Oh gosh, hold on. There's another one in there. Got ametrine in here. The quality of these, can you see that? That is a morganite. That's a morganite nugget. Rondelle, not nugget, a morganite rondelle.
Emerald there, I think.
That is an emerald. Oh my gosh, that's sterling silver moonstone bezel set. This is the most magnificent bead scoop. That's turquoise. That, hold on, is that a chrome diopside? It is as well. Oh my word. Pearls, of course, pearls galore in there. There's plenty of pearls in there. There's no two ways about that. Imagine that. One of those pearls and one of these dropped with it faceted. This is just a dream. So I'm guaranteeing you will get this caliber of gemstone. I mean, look at that. If you want a big nugget, there's a big one in there. There's an abalone shell. No, hold on, there's an abalone pendant.
Is that malachite there? Have you got the leaf? That's a beautiful one.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Oh, look how lovely they all are.
Look at that. A morganite rondelle. This is not normal. Look at the peridot coming through. Look at the calibre of that peridot. Oh, and then there's more abalone just dropped in there. I'm still, oh my gosh, that's an Ethiopian opal. Where's it gone? There. Oh my gosh. And you're going to get more than one of each strand, aren't you? Because it's a couple from each strand. An Ethiopian opal, can you see that? It's a rondelle, it's a dainty one, but it is an Ethiopian opal in there. Oh, this was without a price. Look how many have gone.
I'm not surprised that you have such fun with, what's that? Is that a garnet one? That's a beautiful stone.
That is a stunning garnet faceted rondelle. Oh, sorry. There are only 32 left.
Looks like rubies as well. Oh, coral. Gorgeous.
Oh my, there's another morganite. It's a different faceted shape. It's a faceted, it's like a rice bead. Faceted drop. Oh, just shy of almost allocated. You need to get these before they go. That's not a Colombian. That's a Colombian emerald. It's got to be. Look at the clarity and colour on that.
How do you say it?
Colombian. This is almost over allocated. Well, if everyone checks out on the web, it is. Get these before. That's a tanzanite. There's another tanzanite. A tanzanite rondelle. This is a joke, right? You can't just drop in a bead scoop like this. 8 left. Get these as soon as you can.
Big ruby there.
That is a huge ruby. Oh my gosh. Right, I'm going to leave those. There's so many Russian dioxides in there as well. Right, sorry, I'm just going to put those back. Oh my gosh. Look at all the Colombian and that Ethiopian opal. How good is that? Can you see that?
Think how brilliantly that would go as well with, you could have a real play about, couldn't you, with the difference of all the smaller ones for your peacock tails.
Right, last of stock. We're going to get back to our peacock because these have sold out, I think, if not are about to. Oh gosh, there's loads of Ethiopian opals in here. Look at all of this. Someone's having a field day.
What's that one there?
It's a morganite, a faceted rondelle of morganite. No, it's not, is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's sold out. I think we need to put it away. We're not going to get it. Well done. There's another one. That's a triple A Ethiopian opal. Well done if you just got that kit. Or scoop, just as it drops in as you do. Right, Claire. Okay. I'm going to have to try and ask you to not focus on all of this. Oh, I can't believe that's one scoop. Well done. Right, back to the kit. I've not got that many left, so check these out as soon as you can.
So I'm starting to get the form of the body shape. So how I would start with this is, obviously I would be deciding, right, hang on, I want it to go that way.
My gosh.
So what I want to be thinking about is, so that body is obviously going to be coming up, flipping over, and that's going to be the front. So this curve here is obviously the almost like the breastbone, so that needs to come at the front. So I want to start, so I'm going to do exactly the same. So imagine this was my silver weaving wire, but just so that you can see it a little bit easier. So I'm going to take that from underneath and I'm going to just start to do it almost as if I was weaving a fancy bail, really. So what we're looking for is we're going to be weaving, so we're going to do a figure of 8 weaves. So I'm going to anchor on, but it's going to be quite I'm going to leave quite a few gaps in between so that I've got a little, so that I can see through it, so it's not a really, really dense weave. So rather than doing sort of, say, 2 wraps on the one side and then going to my central wire, I'm going to probably start off, I'm going to start with, say, three coils on here, and then I'm going to go over to that central wire. So if I bring it over that way, it might be a little bit easier. So I'm just going to do 1 on that middle section, because this will fill up a lot quicker than these areas here.
I just point out, I found about 5 of these so far. Black spinel, that could be your eyes.
Yeah,
that's what you used as your eyes,
yeah,
isn't it?
it is. It is.
If you've just got that bead scoop, there are so many options for eyes of all different colours that will go with your peacock, because peacock obviously can have, well, it's got so many different colours.
Yeah.
25 kits and baskets. Check them out because they're going to go. I'll leave that there if you want.
So I've gone once around that central one, and I'm now wrapping a few times around that outer wire. So again, so I'm going to come up and so go over the top of this central wire, so you can see here that structural one. I'm going all the way around, tuck it down nicely, bring down and push again, so with that nail, and bring over, so I'm going over the top of the other side. So again, I'm going to have a few wraps on this one rather than two. Say for when I maybe do flowers, I might do 2 wraps on either side. So, but I want a more open weave on this one. So then I'm going to come across all the way down and keep bringing. So you can see I'm really starting to open that weave up. So, and again, as always, if you find that your wires are moving, have a look at it, even it out. Obviously, once you get to about this point, it's not going to start moving as much because it'll be much more, you will have secured it in with that weaving. So I'm bringing all of that. So again, I'm going to do 3 on that side, underneath that middle section, 1 loop, full loop around it, and then come over the top of the other side, and 3 loops around that. So I'll hold it up in a minute and you can see what we're starting to get. So again, I'm going to push down, and don't forget, because you're going to be doing silver onto silver, so everything you see here with that, because you've got the colour contrast, so that hopefully you can see the weave a lot easier. But when you're doing it silver on silver, obviously you can't see such a, so if I hold that up, so if you're not, if it's a bit messy, it's not the end of the world. But you can see there how it's starting to build up. But if I move my hands away, you can see my top through it, because it's not a really, really dense weave. And that's because we've had a few wraps on either side and then go across to that central one, rather than doing 2 on one side, 2 on the other. So we want to take that, continue on doing that weave all the way up until the point where we've sort of brought it in together. So at this point here, where we start to get the neck. So again, if we look to the side, you would still keep that curve at the front. So what we would end up with, just get my little prep pieces.
Wow.
So it'd be something like that. So if we look from the side, so you've got that dome here, but you can see that weave there is, you can obviously see quite a bit through it. So it's a different weave to this section here, but we've got that nice curve, so something like a 3-dimensional shape. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We got it.
So we've got to this point now. So again, I've taken it off the reel, but I've still got a good amount here. So what we want to do now is we want to start forming the shape. So I'm going to take this central wire, so I'm going to bring that out now, because that's going to become his beak, or his Cyril Sneer nose. So we'll take that, so that's out of the way for a minute. So these two are what they're going to form is, so we have a little, would you mind passing me one of them, just so I can show what we're going to do, because sometimes that's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you can see now, so we're going to come up at this point. So we've got that section there. So this is where we are. So we've done our weaving up to this point. So now we're going to take those 2 outer wires, and the way we twist them, we're going to give ourselves almost like a little eye socket, and then come all the way up, so then we can do his plumage on his head. Okay, and that obviously, this central one is going to become the beak. Okay, so if I use now, use a little eye over there. So I'm going to use my fingers again, or you can, if you prefer to use tools, but I want to just bring these out just a little bit. So I'm coming in, and then I'm bringing out. So I've got a little bit of a curve. So again, so a little bit in, a little bit out. So now I've almost like recreated that teardrop. So now if I turn it to the side like this, because we want his eyes sort of going towards his beak. So if I just try and work out what's going to be the best. So I think if we do it like that. So I've popped that in my round nose pliers, so obviously I'm making a round shape, so I'm going to make the most of that mandrel. So I'm bringing this wire all the way around, nice and close, so that I've created a loop. So it continues on its way in that shape. So if I take the pliers out, hopefully you'll see. So I've made a little hole for his eye. So now when I look back, and although because I haven't formed the beak yet, I can manipulate where that eye is. So if I thought, right, I need to actually bring that down a little bit further, so I can get my pliers back in and just bring that, sort of roll it back in and then open up here. So that would bring the eye down. If I wanted to do the reverse, so I could just pop that back in and just open it up, and then again bring that round. So I've taken it all the way back up. So that's quite a rounded shape there. So if I want to just give it a little bit more of a sort of a point going down, I can just hold here and I could give it a little bit of a squidge with. Can you see? So I've sort of changed the shape, so it's not as round.
Like an almond shape, which is what eyes are, aren't they, really?
So we've now got the one eye on the side. So I would always then go and do, just so that, because hopefully it will retain, my brain will have retained it. So I then tend to go and do straight away the other side so that it's going to match up. So again, so I'm going all the way over, bring round, and bring back there. So I've now got two eyes. So I would have given that a little squish. So make sure, and you can look, if you look from the side, you can try and even them up. So now what I want to do, with that central one, I can make my beak. So I'm just going to bring down, so I've got a little curve here, and I swap my pliers over. So I'm going to use my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to push back. So if I bring that, so I'm going all the way back round. So if I try and just, they've crossed over. So I just bring that all the way through. So this is the bit where it might go a little bit sear or sneer. Can you see? So I want to just sharpen that up just a little bit. So again, I need to support because I don't want to squidge too much. So I'm just giving it a little pinch here, and just open it out a little bit. And you can play about with the how much of a point you want. So you've now got, so can you see sort of, you've got your bit more of a three-dimensional shape. Now this is entirely up to you whether you continue weaving in that head. So now what we can do, we can start to make the plumage on the top with these 3 wires, because we don't need those for anything now. So I'm going to take that round. So I've got one here, I'm going to take all the way up, and that one all the way round. I can show you with one. So I'm going to trim off now because I don't need those. So if I just trim these a little bit, oh, sorry, there we go. So now what I can do, I've got 3 in a line, so I can just give a little curve round and bring that, so you can see where that comes in. So now, using that same sort of movement, we can go, oh, he's a bit ugly looking, isn't he? Looks like he's on his last legs. You just squidge that down a little bit. So you've got your face there. So you would then, you can use your, if you've still got some of your weaving wire, you can pop your eyes in here. So your last bit now is to just go back where your fan is and add in these sections here. So because I've got my weaving wire going up here, so I can take, I'll just move that out of the way, cut that off. So I'm going to pop my round nose pliers in, and I want to go all the way around. Take it out, move my pliers round, bring up, swap my pliers over because I want that teardrop shape. So bring round, so it's not a round anymore, it's more of a, can you see? So if I take the pliers out, now at this point I can use pliers or just my hands, and I just create that sort of the, so we've got to add sort of double teardrop. And then with this one I can go along and I can make the next feather along in exactly the same way. So I'm doing a round, I go up. Now if you don't want to swap your pliers over, you can just leave the other side of the plier in and go round. So when I take that out, that's created the shape. So you can see I just go all the way along, and then if I bring that and then fold that back up,
you've got your peacock.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, Claire, you're amazing. I don't want to rush you, you're phenomenal. You need to check this out. I need to go to a really short break. I'll see you on the other side of it. Don't go anywhere. Amazing.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about Jewellery Maker. Watch one of our easy-to-follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today.
Tiger's eye is a gemstone that can be masculine or feminine. It comes in like these luscious caramel colours, and when you get it in fuchsia, that's my favourite, when it's bright pink. Love that, and the chatoyancy makes it so different. It sort of follows you around the room, so it makes for some really interesting pieces.
Tiger's eye is one of the first gemstones that I was ever exposed to. My mum bought me a beautiful tiger's eye bracelet when I was away at university, and I've worn it ever since. It has a lot of personal value to me. Not only that though, the Jewellery Maker tiger's eye which you can get exudes so much chatoyancy and more chatoyancy than I've ever seen from any other tiger's eye. The carat weights are brilliant, you can get it in dyed qualities, but it's the natural essence of the gemstone which I think people find so attractive about it, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's one of our biggest sellers.
I started crafting from a very young age, doing all sorts of different crafting. That developed into card making and then onto jewellery making.
I got started because my sister started giving us jewellery and the women in the family jewellery as gifts.
To start, I was making it for me, and then my friends saw what I was wearing, and then one of my friends said, well, why don't you have a go at selling? So I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see how it goes.
I do like a challenge. Because sometimes you look at something and think you can't do it, but then you don't know if you don't try, do you?
When you've made it and you've just made it, you think that's nice, put it on. When you get it out the next time, that's when you think, yeah, that looks really good, that looks quite professional, I'm proud to wear it.
Quite often at work they'll ask me what I'm wearing. They're astonished. First of all, you think something so simple and they're astonished at the piece of jewellery that you've made.
They say it looks so professional, and when I show them how easy it is to do, they're saying, oh, can I have a go of it?
These necklaces are great for layering up, for atmosphere, sort of holidays.
Because they're there in the living room with you. You get to see the same people on a regular basis and you feel a bit like you know them.
It's like a family, you know all the guests that are on the TV. And then when you come to something like a workshop, it's really good because you seem to know everybody, you know about the people that you're working with.
It just feels like your own family, that you're actually there with them and you are part of their family, you're part of their, you know, their community.
Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
I'm in heaven. Did you get previously the deal of the day, natural graduated pearls in white? Yeah, me too. I could not believe it when I found out yesterday they were going to be multicolored pearls, perfectly spherical, perfectly graduated, flawless in their surface, no pitting, no banding, and naturally coloured. Say what? I need these in my life. You need them too. This is today's deal of the day. the ultimate. There are lilacs, there are peaches, and there are whites. This is the treat of the day. If you're only ever going to buy one treat today and you haven't bought it already, make it these. They graduate from the most divine 3.5 mil. They go all the way up to your 9.5 millimeter. These are totally natural pearls. They're phenomenal. It's breathtaking. I have a limited amount. Originally this morning, there was a very sizable quantity, 455 we ever managed to get. I cannot believe in my heart of hearts that we got this many. I want this, and I know I'm not the only one. Many have been allocated this morning in the hundreds, and I've only got a select few available for you. We try and get the deal of the day to last throughout the whole day, from the morning show, the mid show, and the evening. It's not going to happen. They're so limited. In my mind, these are going to sell out in this very hour, in this very moment. That's because I know I want, well, I was already discussing this earlier. I wanted to buy 3 for me, 3 for my closest friends and family, and that was going to, well, the way I worked out, it was 7 that I wanted to buy of this. I would want to get them as gifts straight away because I know I cannot get these again. It's taken us over 6.5 years to get pearls that are this perfect. This is the first time we have ever brought perfect pearls like this. They are magnificent in this colour. We brought them in the plain. I'm saying plain, there was nothing plain about them, but the natural white. And I got them. I got 2 strands of them. And I want this. I need this. These are just truly effortlessly perfect. I've already got so many people with these in baskets already. I cannot show you the price these are supposed to be because they were already reduced this morning. They were supposed to be £80. So we reduced them this morning. You're going to get the same price. That's how deal of the day works. Only £50. Now, that's £30 off per opportunity. You can get as many opportunities as you wish. Sally's got 3, Debbie's in New Jersey, Pat's in West Lothian, Maxine is in Tennessee. I want to buy these with you right now. Try and find an imperfection, because you'll be quicker trying to find an imperfection than you would be to see how perfect they are. Every single one for me is flawless. Look at them all. What do you look for in a pearl? Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a pearl snob. I am. If somebody genuinely asks me what I look for in a pearl, most people think of 3 things they look for in a pearl. What do you look for in a pearl? Doesn't matter if it's not 3. What do you like?
I like colour. Yeah, I like it. I do like them to be smooth, but then I also like on the other side if they're a little bit, you know, the rougher, like the BY pearls. But yeah, it depends what you're looking for, doesn't it? But when I look at those, I just think that they're smooth, the colours are beautiful, the fact that it's a graduated strand. So yeah, it is like a perfect strand, isn't it?
So when you get perfect strand of pearls, one thing that I always look for, most people look for 3 things. They look for sort of size, or colour, or shape. I look for 7. I know I'm a bit pedantic, but I'm an accredited jewellery professional. I've been looking at pearls for years, over 10 years. This has been my job, enjoying pearls and helping explain them. Do you know how a pearl forms? Regular viewers, I know you know. I'm really, really sorry. Do you want me to explain really quickly? So, something creeps into the mollusk, foreign being, it could be anything, will creep into a mollusk. What happens is the mollusk wants to protect itself, so it creates this layer of nacre, which is very, very, very thin, so much so that the layers and layers and layers that build up over 1 year can be 1 millimetre in thickness. How thin is that? 1 millimetre. Takes a year for 1 millimetre of thickness to form. So on average, you're looking at roughly, bear in mind these start at 3.5, so that's 3.5 years, up to 9.5 years for these pearls to form individually. Now, if you think about it, it has to be perfectly undisturbed for there to be a perfectly smooth surface. A lot of pearls get banding and a lot of pearls get pitting. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's just something that happens in nature. However, if you get a perfectly smooth pearl, if you get a pearl without any pitting, that's known as a flawless pearl. Flawless, absolutely flawless. That's what you have in this strand. So many people might look at this strand and think, oh, I've seen pearls before and I've got pearls, multicolored pearls at a different price. You may have done so easily because you've got plenty of different pearls. What's so special about these is the uniformity, how perfect they are, the fact that they are round. So what do I look for in my 7 factors? I want them to be natural, if I can. I want them to be perfectly smooth. I want them to be spherical. I want them to be a really good size. What's great about these is these give me a variety of sizes. I want them to have a great orient. That's the different colours that you can see. So it's not just one body. It's not just pink or peach or lilac or white. It's got the orient of different hues coming through because the layers and layers of nacre that build up give you different orients. Because bear in mind, across the years, there's a lot going on in that mollusk. There's a lot happening in the world, in the sea, wherever it may be. So lots of things happen. For that to be perfectly undisturbed, to be perfectly smooth, and for you to get that quality and colour and lustre, and for it to be natural, it just blows my mind. And to top it off, I'm not just giving you the pearls. I'm giving you a sterling silver clasp with it. Yeah, I'm going to give you the classic sterling silver clasp. You know that type of clasp that goes in, hooks around, you press it down and it scoops in. You know that one. The one that even if it comes undone, oh, it's come undone. It won't fall off. Do you remember that style clasp?
I do.
The old style clasp. It's a sterling silver, it's called a ball clasp. Let me show you this. This is amazing. Slips in, do, 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 do. Press it down, close it, click. There's your clasp. You get this sterling silver ball clasp as well. Got a 925 sterling silver stamp on it, right about there. So yeah, that on its own about $9.95 for a solid sterling silver ball clasp. Could be, easily. So you get that, and you get the pearls. Yeah, I know. So each pearl strand has its own sterling silver clasp, so you don't need to watch separately and buy a clasp for your pearls. It comes with it. I know. It's ready and waiting to go. Anyone who's got any thread, you're straight away, you can go for it. You can treat yours. I know. How amazing is that? So what happens, Ali? Well, have a look at this. Press it down. For some reason you bump it and it comes undone. Oh no, hold on. Is that going to come undone? No, it's not. You have to physically push it in to allow it to come out. So it's almost foolproof. Pop it in, press it down, click it in, job done. Any reason, now this is not going to be happening easily, but say you wear it as a bracelet, bumps undone. Oh, it's bumped undone. It's still not, it's like a safety catch. Job diddly done. It is fabulous, isn't it? Solid sterling silver bowl. And it's a clasp. All of that for $49.95. And it should have been what, 80, 70, yeah, $73.90. $73.90. And it's yours for $49.95 with a clasp. Claire, what do you reckon?
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I would say if you can pearl knot, then I would pearl knot with them. Otherwise, I'd be tempted to as well take it to a jeweller and you know, get them to do it for you. And then while they're at it, often jewellers like that will give you your valuation then for insurance purposes, and I think you would be very, very pleased.
Well, let's put it this way. Last night with guest designer Fleur, we learned how to pearl knot. So have a look on YouTube, on our YouTube page. Have a look, and it shows you how to pearl knot. All you need is a T-pin or another pin, threading material. We've gone through all of them. We've shown how to condition them all last night on the Late Show. And it was in the 7 o'clock hour, so the 3rd hour of the Late Show. Have a look on that last night with Fleur and myself, and you'll learn how to pearl knot. And even I can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Honestly, you can. And at £50 with a clasp, enjoy that and check it out as soon as you can. Amazing. I want that. I very much want those. Oh my gosh, they're phenomenal. If there's a space in, I'm on them. I'm on them. It's happening. It's happening. Well done. Right, so much to bring you. Can I quickly show you a clasp before we do a pearl treat? These are the sterling silver clasps I was talking about earlier today. You know the connectors? Wait, see these? So they're so pretty. Totally different. And they've got 3 loops on them. So they're like a necklace where you could then have that as a clasp or have it with the drop. Coming up, both of them individually, both premieres. I thought you deserved to see them. Right. 925 sterling silver crimp covers that are plated in gold coming up. But right now, coming in a gift box. Hello there. How gorgeous are these? Yeah. How you doing? It's almost like a ribbon. How incredible is that to create that in silver? Now, Claire, you'll know this because you've been working a bit more maybe in silversmithing than you have in recent years this year.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to give that look of a fluid ribbon in solid sterling
absolutely,
silver?
because you're working, aren't you, with a solid matter, and you want it to, as you say, to have that fluidity. So it's very, very difficult. But most of the things that, you know, the class that we've had or the earrings, it just really wouldn't be worth your time to make them yourself, you know, material-wise against what it would be to get it fully, you know, and the ones with if they've got stones set in them, things like that. So, you know, and often the materials you'd need and the tools, that would be a massive outlay. So, yeah, just sometimes I think when you see that, you are better to get it like that.
I completely
rather than
agree.
attempt to make it yourself.
Yeah, like me. If you could get it at a price point, because bear in mind all those white topaz that you're seeing in there as well is oh gosh, there's lots of you there. Okay, 1.5mm round topaz. Huh? They are big topaz. They're larger than the average accent on an engagement ring, 1.5mm. Really pretty. There's on average, well no there will be because they're around brilliant cut, there's 57 facets in every single one of those white topaz. It's a lot of white topaz. They've got a butterfly backing, very secure. What I love about this is how strong that post is. Have you ever bought a pair of earrings and the post is you feel, oh my gosh, do you know what, I might snap that.
Yeah, definitely.
How thick that is there, it's very, very thick. It's solid. It's not flimsy, and that's something that sometimes worries me, especially if there's so much silver there. You want there to be a secure, strong post in there, and you don't want to think, oh gosh, that might slip out or that's not going to be as sturdy. You need a sturdy post. The last thing you want is your post to ping off. Hold on, what's going on there? Could it be that if we have these perfect pearls coming up in a moment, they would look magnificent together? You can cut the post off at the bottom if you want. You don't have to use it. However, this is how they're designed to work. How pretty are they?
They are so elegant. You could, though, turn them, couldn't you? You could have them, you know, there's quite a thing at the moment, isn't there, for the earrings that go up your ear. So you could turn them and have them the other way.
Yeah, you could have them sort of either that way.
Yeah.
Or whichever way you prefer. Stunning. So these pearls are coming up straight after. In fact, we'll do them so you can get them together. It does actually hold itself very well without any glue. And that for me is showing just how snug they would be, perfect fit for the posts. You do get the pair, and they are, what I love about them as well, is that you've got a mirror image. I'll just knock that pearl off. So without a price on, they're being allocated very quickly. $14.95. I think they're divine, and that's without the drop. Personally, I would have a drop pearl on there. You could do a round. Maybe it's just because I've got these drops coming up. I think they look so good together. For me, they would be a perfect combination. £14.95 for the solid sterling silver earrings. We do have the drops coming up to go with them. It's the work that's gone into them. It's a sterling silver surround, and it's the gemstones. You've got four white topaz on each ear. We're going to do the pearl drops now. So you can have those to go with them if you wish. And it does come in a gift box. I love these gift boxes. I take them on holiday with me with all my jewellery in them because they're perfect size for your handbag, and they've got a lovely magnetic close on them. So you've got that security there. So the gift box is an added luxury. And if you do wish to make a pair of earrings, you've got that option. And you get 4 of these pearls. So I'm not guaranteeing I've got the same quantity in the pearls as I do in the earrings, but if I just separate that for you, you can get an idea. I don't want to take out today's one to own, but I am, purely because, and it stayed together, which is quite good, seeing as I gave it about a second to set. These are totally natural pearls. Oops. I'm going to put one earring in so you can get an idea of how it's going to look, and if you can bear with me, I'm going to try and balance the pearl at the bottom. I'm Might need to use the camera as a mirror, but I'll try and find the hole. Oh, I think I've found it. I'll try roughly, just to give you a rough idea. I know it's not going to be perfect, but if you can gather how they might sit, it might give you an idea, because I think at the ear it's much better. And as you said, Claire, to have them sort of up the earlobe, would you put it with the pearl going up the ear or the silver?
I don't know. Well, I've got quite a few holes in my ear, so you could have.
You could choose
do
which hole
either,
you want.
couldn't- Yeah, but they are. I mean, that's an absolutely beautiful earring mount.
Dare I leave it there?
Let's see.
I was going to take my finger away, but I'll keep it there just in case. Woo! 4 pear drops for £6.95. So you get the pear drops. The earrings are £14.95. You can get them separately. You don't have to get any of it. You can just enjoy the show. However, the price point, the quality of the sterling silver, I would expect those to be near your £80. Sort of some, I mean, sterling silver elsewhere, or even not even silver, some random metals. Just by the designer name, wouldn't you?
And for tiaras as well, and you know, things like that, just to pop on the, because you could use, say, if you've got the second kit, you could just, you know, pop them with the silver wire.
That would be perfect. So £6.95. They are totally natural, and you're getting your white pearls, and they are all coming. Now you could just use your own wire. I mean, that, as you said, that second kit that we used had silver wire in there, so you could use silver plated. So you could just tiara twist those on. You could do whatever you fancy, but they are pear drop. And they are natural, and they are pretty much flawless. There's a slight banding, and that's me being ridiculously pernickety, and we're looking at them at 25 times magnification, roughly. So, I mean, if there's a slight banding when you look at them that close, who's going to walk up to your earrings and have a magnifying glass and look at them when they're in your... Oh, I'm saying earrings, don't have to be, I don't want to limit them. But you're getting 4 of them, whatever you wish to do with them, at £6.95, it's just over £1 each. Loving your work. Loads of multi-purchases in there. Enjoy. If you can't get them today on Pearl Weekend, I don't know when you can. Right. Which was that, sorry? Round half drilled now for you. So you might think, Ali, I love those, but I want rounds. Oh, perfectly round. Now, we brought these perfectly round in the Peacock earlier today. And they weren't perfectly round. They were, they were 1 millimetre of difference. These are perfectly round, flawless, absolutely flawless, and they're natural. How lovely would they go with the perfectly natural round strand? Roughly, if I try and find your size, there we go. That'd be perfect together, wouldn't it? Perfectly round, and then you want some perfectly round earrings. When do we ever have those? Don't have to be earrings, as we said, you can do whatever you want with them. The option is yours, but for 6 millimetre round pearls, knowing that's on average how many years? Approximately 6 years for a pearl like that to form naturally. These are totally natural in their colour. Freshwater culture pearls, thanks to Mikimoto. Yeah. Do you know who Mikimoto is? Is that a joke? Nobody knows who Mikimoto is? It's the coolest name ever, next to Romero Rivero. He's the gentleman that owns the ametrine mine, Mina Anahi, in Bolivia. You don't know who Mikimoto is? Oh my gosh. Whoever messages in and tells me what Mikimoto did, bear in mind we're talking about pearls, what did Mikimoto do, then I'll give you a dibs. Don't know what it'll be, but I'll find something and I'll give you a dibs and you'll love it. I can't believe nobody knows who Mikimoto is. Is this a joke? I want to tell you now, but I'm going to do a dibs. 60777. You don't have to be that into gemstones. This is oh wow. 60777. JM Studio at the start of your text. You can even use a You could even use a somebody message it in. Brilliant, loving your work. Who was it? Debbie in New Jersey, absolutely. The originator of the method of culturing pearls. Thanks to Mikimoto, we have freshwater culture pearls. If it wasn't for Mikimoto, I don't know if this would ever even be possible. Can you send us your customer number? Deborah, sorry, was it Debbie in New Jersey? Send us your customer number. I'm going to send you something because I can't believe, yeah. I'll do a cheeky jibs. It's not a competition, but it's just a bit of fun. Cheeky dibs. £6.95. Enjoy it. Penelope in the city of Bristol, Lindsay in North Yorkshire, and it's a cool name to say as well, isn't it? Mickey Moto. £6.95, you're getting 4 perfectly spherical natural freshwater culture pearls. Oh, well done. And they're all half drilled, if I hadn't mentioned that already. Brilliant. Chains. Oh my gosh, I really, really want this. Do you know why, it doesn't matter what precious metal you get. I'm not doing a dibs on this one though, so I've done a dibs already, which I'll probably get in trouble for, but in fact I've never been given in trouble for a dibs, so let's not jinx it. Do you know why you would rhodium plate any metal? Why, if you, for example, got a white gold ring, platinum wedding ring, why somebody would rhodium plate it? Not to do with rarity, no. It's to do with the fact that rhodium protects your precious metal from eroding. It protects it from chemicals, it protects it from, for example, heaven forbid, in fact I can't show you that in my hand, I have to put this on. This is a beaut of a necklace. Over 7 grams of silver with rhodium plating to protect it helps the longevity of the precious metal. You have got yourself, and it prevents it from scratching as well. I mean, obviously if you start scratching at it, it will scratch at some point, but it's to protect your precious metal underneath. A solid sterling silver necklace. It's not a chain for me, this is a necklace. Did I launch this? Or is this a new one? Because I did bring, no, this was, I haven't seen it, or I have. So maybe I launched it in the evening show. It was on in the morning and I launched it in the evening show, but it had been launched in the morning by one of my fellow presenters. So this blew my mind. How many were allocated? There was a huge quantity allocated, wasn't there? This is over 8 grams of silver. This flew out the door. I'm surprised there's any left, or is this back in stock maybe? Back in stock, yeah, because it sold out. I was 99.9% sure it sold out. Back in stock. I cannot believe the price point, sterling silver. The fluidity of it is magnificent. Can you see the way it's been cut? Can you see the luster from these individual links? It's called a Singapore necklace. And can you notice the difference? It's called a necklace rather than a chain. It's because it could be on its own. You don't need to add anything to it. For me, this is a perfect necklace. Imagine pearl earrings. Oh, I've taken my pearl earring out. Wow, Samantha in Cumbria. It's fabulous, isn't it? Wow. Just slightly moving. And you will move with a necklace, wouldn't you? You're not just going to sit still. Move. What's the first thing you notice on somebody? Jewellery-wise? Probably going to be something that sparkles. Can you see the reflection on my décolletage? Can you see it? And I'm barely moving. Imagine I move a little bit more. Ooh, like I'm at a party. Ooh, like I'm dancing. Can you see the luster from there? And who dances like that? Like, do you know what I mean? A little bit more going on. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, clickety click. Oh yes. But you know what I mean? Nobody's just going to stand there and be like, well, maybe the Queen wouldn't have to move, but we'd all be right. That is phenomenal. I want it. I need it. Present drawer, yes, please. Wow. 8 grams of silver, the ultimate luster, finished and protected by rhodium plating at £17.95. Back in stock, and we've dropped it to the lowest bottom. I mean, I genuinely thought £80 would be the price you would expect elsewhere for something like this. Can you see? It's the luster, it's the quality, and the fact that it's protected by that rhodium plating. It has not affected your luster in any way of your sterling silver. Bear in mind, it's the most lustrous precious metal. The way this Singapore chain has been cut is giving you the ultimate look. I'm just going to take it off for you purely because I want you to be able to see how wonderful that is up close and personal, because those individual links, and you could separate them. Heaven forbid you do it, but you can, because it is possible. You could separate these links and you could use them as droplets on earrings. You could separate this chain if you wanted. Look at the cut. How much are you in love with this? Because I am head over heels for it. You can see the reflection on my finger. It's almost like, you know, when you see a swimming pool. That is not $17.95 on any month of Sundays, but it is today. Claire, what do you think? Because you had a chance to feel the weight of it earlier and have a look at it.
It's I like lots of, you know, the fine trace chains that we do, but that is it's substantial, isn't it? I think, and I wouldn't do anything else with it. I wouldn't put anything else on it. I'd just have it like that. It's a gorgeous chain. Very sparkly.
Very sparkly. If you want something to get you noticed, and many of us like to have big rings or big earrings or big bracelets, one chain that will go with all your jewellery, something like that, that'll stand out, be strong enough with the other pieces, but not overpowering and not sort of take away from them, that's a necklace you need, without a shadow of a doubt. If you're going to buy one piece of jewellery today, as in a necklace, that's the one to buy. We've got gold coming up, so if you prefer gold, obviously, then you go for the gold. But I have silver coming up for silver now, and star buy tanzanite I'm going to do right now. Yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm doing a star buy right now. Star buy now. Could this be my last star buy of my jewellery making day? Unfortunately, yes. But it's a good one. And I'm going to squeeze every single penny and pound out of this possible. Oh, yes. I'm not just bringing you any gemstone, I'm bringing you tanzanite. And I'm bringing you tanzanite on a Sunday afternoon in the middle of Pearl Weekend. What does that mean? Oh, I'm going to have to be naughty, I think. How long is a strand? 38 centimetres. Usually with tanzanite of A grading, you would have maybe 17, 18 centimetres, would you think, Claire?
I think so.
Well, I can't recall bringing you tanzanite of this length. Even at all, never mind. And many of our guest designers say with a rondelle faceted strand, you get a little bit more on the strand than you would if it was a different shape.
Yeah, you usually do, don't you? And just whenever I look at a rondelle like that, I just think it's such a versatile shape. So for you know, however beautiful it is, you know you're going to be able to make lovely jewellery with it, and it will go with a lot of other shapes as well, shapes and sizes. Really useful shape.
What amazes me as well is that we're still going. Now, it's not as if Mike is going any slower than usual on the camera there. Oh, we finally reached the end. To be fair, I didn't think it ever would end. Which, to be fair, it's quite a nice thing for tanzanite if it just goes on and on and on. It's like the lady you were saying the other day, you're just getting out of a car, you just thought you'd just get this, just keep growing, just keep coming.
Yeah.
That length, that colour, I mean, that's graded as well. I have a little cheeky question from my producer, Toby. Toby, could there be anybody with this in baskets at this moment in time? Yeah, couple. Do you know the reason that is? Because there's a price. There is a price already available on the website. You'll be thinking that's not right. No, it's not right. It's a mistake. Would you put this with your kit from earlier with all the peacock gorgeousness?
I always think with tanzanite, although it's the most beautiful pair of blue jeans you could have, but because it is that blue, it will go with anything you put it with, any other gem, yeah, it would go with it. But I don't think I've seen a graded tanzanite, and you really can tell, can't you, that intensity of colour, it really does. The fact that it's graded, I think you can really, really tell.
I am slightly concerned because I think there's a problem. Can I be very, very honest with you? I'm probably far too honest for my own good, aren't I, sometimes? I'm going to tell you. Personally, it's brand new. I think there's been some confusion. We've actually got 38 centimetres, which is not usually what you get in a graded tanzanite strand. If you ever have seen one, many of you will not have seen one, so don't feel bad if this is the first one. I don't want you to think it happens every day. It doesn't. I genuinely feel that the length of the strand is confused with the price. I think it should be the other way around. I think we should be looking at a 19 centimetre strand with a price of nearly £38, not $19.95 for the strand and then double the amount of the strap. Yeah, it should be on average, for us usually in Jewellery Maker, 18 centimetres for a graded tanzanite strand, graded at A grade. You wouldn't look anywhere under £40 for a graded tanzanite strand, and now we've gone, somebody's got that confuzzled. So I genuinely think somebody's put the numbers around the wrong way. They've put the length of the strand, somebody's been making this and think, oh actually, yeah, 38 centimetre strand, that's what we normally do. This isn't a normal opportunity, it's tanzanite with tassels. Normally 38 centimetre strands don't have tassels. You know this as a regular jewellery maker, so for anyone who's new, this is just more for you. Double A graded tanzanite, A graded tanzanite, quadruple A, well we don't have any quadruple A tanzanite, but it does exist, but we don't have any in Jewellery Maker. That, well not as yet, you never know, never say never. We never had tanzanite a few years ago. That should not have tassels on it and be $19.95. That should be the other way around. It should be 18 centimetres with tanzanite and £38. That's my thought on it. Claire, what do you think?
I agree. But I think when you see that length of the strand, then that makes you think, so I know I could do that with it, the full suite and probably a little bit more. And I think about, Jan with, because obviously it's a pearl weekend, and how, Jan does her beautiful necklaces, just alternating like the pearls and a tanzanite or a different gem like that. So again, it's going to take it even further. So if you've got, say, the white pearls from earlier, or even peacock pearls, anything, but just, beautiful combinations.
You need these. You definitely need to make the combinations that Claire suggested. Just last night we had some chainmail on with tanzanite and pearls. Fleur was showing us how to do that. If you have just new, Jan's one of our guest designers as well, who's very, very well renowned for her pearls and what she makes pearl jewellery wise. You must trust me, because we had how many of these? 89 in stock. I've got over 13 baskets. That's not to mention those who have checked it out. That's just people thinking about it. And that hasn't even begun to talk about people who might call for it. So the phone number, believe it or not, it's free from a UK landline and many mobile providers too. It's not £1.50 per minute. On EE and O2 it's definitely free. Many other providers are free to 0800 as well. 0800 644 655. If I've got time to say the number, you've got time to dial it. Pressing that button 1 allows you to talk to us, or allows us to talk to you actually. You can talk to us whenever you want, but when you press your button 1, we can speak with you. We can see you on the line, but we can't actually talk to you. It's a bit like the Queen, we can speak, but we can't speak until we're spoken to. So we can see you there. You decide when you're ready to talk to us. The contact centre is just down the corner. It's in the West Midlands. We're based just down the road. If you go down, take a right at the roundabout, second exit, and then you follow it down a little bit to the next roundabout, take a left just by where the around where the Golden Arches is, you'll come to our contact centre. The only reason they're not in the same building is because it got so big and they wanted some windows, because there wasn't any windows in our previous building. So you don't want to be sitting in a window in a studio in the dark all the time, do you? You want windows. So they moved down the road, simply so they could have some windows. They're just out there, JewelleryMaker.com. You can join us on the web if you prefer, if you're liking to quickly check it out. Get the app if you want, but if you want this now, maybe don't get the app right this second to get this. Get the app after, because it might take you a second to download. It's totally free, it doesn't matter, but I'm trying to make sure you get them. YDRU, are you ready for this? 59. YDRU59 is the code. A-graded tanzanite. Graded tanzanite, in my mind, should not be anywhere under £30. Sorry, but I don't think it should be. It is, it doesn't matter. It's not like the price is going to change because I don't think it should be. I'm an accredited jewellery professional. Obviously, I'm going to get a little bit about it. But I'm happy for you. I'm really, really happy for you. I just don't want you to make jewellery with it and think, oh, it's only worth $19.95. That's not there to imply a value worth. It just happens to be your price today because it's a star buy. It's my last star buy and the only star buy of the rest of the mid-show, so this is the only one I've got for you. We've put a massive reduction on that in my mind. That shouldn't be there, but it is, and enjoy it. I don't want you to feel bad about it. Just, if you want to sell it, just work out what price you could be paying elsewhere. Can I have a look on our own website? I don't even know if I want to do that now. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to do it. Tanzanite. Have you ever done this? Look on the website and see what's available. I think it's a good idea sometimes. So no tanzanite that's come up yet is A graded. There's double A at $59.95. That's a good price. It's different. It's not faceted though. It's a good price. It's amazing. Wow. So there are 2 A-graded strands. One's $19.95. Oh, but they're squares. So they're thinner, much thinner, but the same price, A-graded. We've got 5 carats more, so we've got a bigger carat weight. And the only other one is $14.95, but that's 40 carats. And they are, well, there's 25 carats less, for difference of £4. £4 for 25 carats. It's your personal preference. So have a look. We've got 6 reviews and they're all 5 stars. Oh no. Now have a look. Very beautiful gems, excellent, good. The person they were for was a present and they were very pleased with them, good value, and someone just wrote okay. Okay. But do fill in the reviews so we can read them. Maybe you were shocked, or maybe you didn't know what you were doing, maybe you just thought they were okay. Whatever reason, you gave us two pluses and an okay. Beautiful colour, looking forward to using them. Good, put away for another day. Beautiful, absolutely lovely, still looking at them. Nice, lovely colour and quality, excellent. Did not realise there was so many on the strand. Good, excellent, lovely strand. The price was great, really blue. Very nice. Tanzanite, you must buy these. They're a very special gemstone. I think they're stunning. Very nice in capital letters, and bargain in capital letters again. So there you go. Plenty. Well, that's a really, really long one. Loads of people taking time to draw. Extreme quality. I just love Tanzanite. So have a look at the comments. It might be something that you find helpful in your deciding and decision for your Tanzanite or any gem. Have a look. 5-star rating. That's pretty good. I like that. Right. Gold chain. Gold. 925 sterling silver and gold plated. I have to be honest, I didn't expect this to have an extender chain. It's not! Oh, come on! The price on this is brand new. That's a joke, right? Brand new, have a look for yourself. I'm not even going to tell you the price, you'll find out soon enough. Cheesable. Cheesable. Look how lustrous that is. Sterling silver base, gold plating on top, extender chain, 2 inches. It's a kid on, right? PMP 0. 81 is the code. Sorry, I want you to sing a song. It's a song that came to mind, but I can't remember the rest of the words. PMPO 81. And you're getting, I mean, I can't get my head around the luster on this. I can't get my head around the colour. No, you will not. Please don't. Please don't. It's brand new. You can't, yeah. Hold on, stop the bus. I'm going to have a conversation with my producer, Toby. I'm sorry, but you're going to be involved in this too. Toby, when was the last time you saw a chain like this ever? Never. Did you just say never? Right. And you want to take it under £15. You want to take it under £15. Is this a joke? Mike, what say you? Have you seen one before? Do you think it should be under £15?
No way,
no way, Jose. Clear?
Yes, because I'll probably get it later. So yeah, let's do it.
Got a picture. Oh. I'm not playing part of this. Oh, I'm on overtime, it doesn't matter. Oh no, I'm not on overtime, I've just swapped shifts. How does that work? Oh no. Oh no. I can't get over how rich in that gold it looks. We haven't had anything else like it. It's a premiere. How many have we got in stock, please? 70! Oh, please put the quantity on screen. He's like, okay. We'll need to catch up because a lot of people already started to call. Bear in mind, if you multi-purchase, the computer takes a while to deal with it because it's like, ah. Well, it also thinks, no, you can't do that. Looking at this, solid gold plating. It's not flashed, which is lovely as well. Flash, ah. It's a certain microns of thickness to be classed as plated. It's got to be 0.5 microns of thickness as a minimum to be called plated. And ours is more than that. Are you ready for the price? I'm not happy about it though. £10. Extended chain, 9 carat gold on top of sterling silver, of 925 sterling silver. This is a magnificent deal. So many people getting involved. That's the way to do it. You can join us on the web. You can join us on the phone lines. Cambridge are in there as well. Many of you showing an interest. Join Tennessee. But that wasn't what I was upset about. Yeah, that wasn't what I was upset about. This little arrow thing going on is what was stressing me out. He's still going to do it. Happened. It's too late. Claire, what say you for £6.95?
I think absolutely brilliant.
What were you thinking it was going to go to?
Well, I was hoping they would be around there because I've got some other ones and I do wear them, so I get like 3 and then wear them at different lengths, because obviously you've got that extender chain, so sort of like you do your 16, 17 and 18. I just think they look really nice, really lovely.
I completely
And it's
agree.
doable, isn't it? At that price, it's, you know, obviously everyone has different budgets, but yeah, I just think that's a lovely piece of jewellery.
I think for anyone who's seriously budgeted for a sterling silver gold-plated chain would have put aside £7. You would, wouldn't you?
I'd say so, yeah.
I don't think many people would grumble at £7. There are 20 masks. I did only have 70. So was it 70 or 60 something? 70, just over. I'm going to put it on its shortest length purely because I have a microphone that might bump. Ah, so look, gosh, you can see the lustre from there. Usually it's your sterling silver that's extra lustrous, sorry. This is sterling silver underneath with gold plating. You wouldn't expect so much lustre. And if I turn it round, you know those perfect pearls we had earlier? Imagine you had a drop on that chain. Now I put my hand in the way. Imagine at the back, you had a drop of that chain. You put a pearl at the bottom of that. How beautiful is that quality? That feels so expensive. It looks so expensive. And it's £6.95. Good job, I'm not here for 5 hours because I don't know how I would cope with this weekend. £6.95. We've had just one single pearl on that, could you imagine? If everyone checks that out, it's sold out. So I'm going to do some gold-plated crimps because I mentioned, oh sorry, sterling silver gold-plated crimps for you now, because otherwise I'm not going to have time to do them. Let's get it on. Oh, should we put it against black? I like black. Black and gold. Black and gold, black and gold. It's a song, so it must be good, eh? Right. Now, I think I might have said you got 100 of these earlier. Am I confused? I think I must be confused with something else. No, you get 100. Crimp covers. Where are the rest of them then? I don't know. You definitely get 100. I think somebody's half-inched some of these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, actually, to be fair, that probably could be 100. Right, we've got 100 crimp covers coming your way. You could just use them as sterling silver gold-plated balls, couldn't you? You just close them. I always use them with the deluxe crimping pliers because I'm not very good at closing them, but the deluxe crimping pliers have a little bit of a circle already created in them at the back, so you just put them in there and close it and it gives you a perfect circle. Am I a cheat?
But that, well, no, but you don't be put off because they're so malleable, aren't they, that you don't
need...
The
silver are, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah, don't go from using your copper ones, copper crimp covers to the gold because you will literally squash them.
Yeah, they would be squished then.
Yeah, so make sure you practice. Oh, coming in. Sterling silver base, gold plated. Now these haven't been for ages in stock. We've had something similar, but not this particular code. So this is brand new in stock for, brand new or back in stock, I think it was. Brand new. So we have brought you other ones. These are brand new. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lee's got them, Nicola's got them, Manchester, Lindsay, Wendy's got them, Buckinghamshire. Price is coming in, oh, for 100. £14.95. What's that, 15 pence each? 15 pence each, solid sterling silver and gold plated. Now we know the price of gold, and it's not as if it's gold flash, which is lovely. I like flashed. There's nothing wrong with it. Flashing on the gold as the silver, that is. But what you're getting here is a certain microns of thickness. How many microns of thickness? 0.5, thank you, Ben, as a minimum microns of thickness to be classed as plated. So once you've got that, you know it's not going to come off. You're not going to see any silver underneath. It's not going to be that bad if you see silver underneath anyway, because it's sterling silver, it's a precious metal. However, if you've a gold piece of jewellery, you don't want to have a piece of silver shining through, do you? because you want gold. That's why otherwise you would just buy silver ones. There are 100 there. Enjoy them. Do not miss out. Got so much to bring you. So many treats and so little time. Right, I'll leave those there with you. Check them out while you can. You've not missed out yet. They're just fantastic. I've got my connectors now. I've been waffling on about all afternoon. These are lovely. Premier sterling silver. Have a looky here. Pearl in the middle. How good are these? Now, not just as the centre of a necklace with chain coming up, with chain drop. Do you know what I'm also thinking? You know the hand chains that we were doing, the hand designs? Imagine that was the middle of a bracelet and then that was the chain that draped down, coming down to the ring. Could you do that, Claire? Would that work?
Yeah, you could do, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, no, yeah, no problem. I think I'd be tempted to put that with the tanzanite. I think I'd have the two. Because you've got more than enough there, haven't you?
Yeah, you do. What, you mean the tanzanite? They went to 1995.
Yeah.
Look how big it is. Oh, 14 by 13 millimetre. This is a Premier. Collectors and Essex are straight in, no hanging around at all. What's lovely about that is because they're perfectly round as well, you could put them with the perfectly round pearls that we had as the deal of the day. Totally natural, perfectly round. Sounds pretty good to me. That's not $9.95, is it? Think about how easy it is to use and the intricacy and the detail. We were talking about this earlier. These are hand-set prongs. That's not been done by a machine. You couldn't do it by a machine. It's too delicate to be able to do by a machine. That has to be done by hand. Handcrafted there. You've got a great amount of sterling silver. It's 1.7 grams of silver. Look at that. It's tiered as well, so it's layered for you. West Sussex, Kent, oh, there you all are. Nobody wants to miss out on this treat, do they? I'm completely with you. It's a magnificent treat, very sizable. And if you put some chain from either side, if you want to put a little drop in there, you don't have to use them all. You could cut one of the connectors off and file it down, but it would be a shame because we do not do other connectors like this. I haven't seen anything other than today's premieres, and I've got another one coming up for you. If you want it to be a bit more filigree style design, we've got another one coming up if you want it to be a bit more, not flowery, but sort of flowy. This, for me, is perfect for those of you who want that central piece of a classic pearl necklace. This is quite a classic style design. The next one I'm doing for you, I'm squeezing in, is a bit more filigree style. It's a little bit more of a point. So it just it just depends what you're looking for. Very weighty, very durable, sterling silver. I feel like I'm holding it the wrong way around. I feel like that's the top and that's the bottom.
Could chainmail off them as well, couldn't you?
Oh my, could you imagine doing that? That would be lovely. Let me just move my little black board over so you can see it, and I'll hold it with my how pretty is that? Now this is bigger. It's got a bigger gram weight and it's 16 mil to the previous one. How about we match the price? Ooh, I know. So totally different in their design of this sort of filigree or solid sterling silver, but they've both got a perfect pearl and they're both sterling silver and they've both got the 3-loop connectors. So it's just down to personal preference, really. Now you've seen them both. They are Premier. STPK16 is the code for this one. The previous one, have a look on the web. I'll see if I can quickly find it. But you need to check these out. You can't delay. Not today. Not when it's Pearl Weekend and everybody's adding to their order. Nobody's hanging out. The previous code was WYPK57. It's at the bottom of the screen, so you've got the option. It's a previous treat on the web. They're both there. They're both the same price. It's just personal preference, what you prefer. The other one, I'll put on there so you can see them both. So it's personal preference. This one, they're just gorgeous in their own way. It's just whatever you prefer. Or you can get them both. You don't have to get one or t'other. But they're both there. Enjoy them. So many of you have got these. What a lovely treat. And with the perfect pearl. And they have been perfect pearls today, haven't they, Claire?
Oh, yes, yeah. Lots of different sorts, but absolutely perfect.
There's Pete, getting ready for the late show. £9.95. Peekaboo. STPK16. Oh, imagine you've got a 52-inch screen in high definition. Ta-da! Love that. Lots and lots of you getting involved. Michelle, Sandra, Caroline, Alison, Tracy, multi-purchases in there as well. Essex, you've got 5. Well done to you. I'm over the moon. You can still continue to get this. STPK16 for that one. It's 1.9 grams of sterling silver, and you've got your perfect pearl in there as well. And then you've also got the previous one, which the code is at the bottom of the screen, but if you can't read that, it's WYPK57. Sorry, it's quite hard to read, isn't it? And there's so much information on there. Thank you so much for joining us today, whether you joined this morning, whether you joined me now. Bear in mind the show is continuing all night long. You've got another 5 hours of awesome treats. Claire, when are you back with us, do you know?
Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Oh, make sure, well, I'll see you because I'm on in the morning.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll be on Tuesday morning. That'll be a nice little treat, see what mischief I can get up to then. I've been Ali Defoy. Claire, you will find our JM Guest Designer on Facebook, JM Guest Designer Claire McDonald, so please do follow her on there and make sure you can get a hold of her. All of our guest designers will be followed on our Jewellery Maker Facebook page, so just have a wee look on there. If you're not on Facebook, you can just write us a wee letter. It gets to us just the same. We're at Ivy House, but have a look on jewellerymaker.com and we can get the address on there for you as well, or just have a look at any of the Wall of Fame. It gives the address in there too. I've had an absolute ball. What has been your favourite treat of the night so far, or the afternoon, Sonny, should I say?
I think my kits.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think my kits.
Yeah.
Although I did like that charm. See, this is what I do, and then I'll go home now and have a scroll through the app.
Hopefully you get the charm. Thanks for that ring, by the way, the other
Oh,
day.
that's okay, yeah.
Super excited. My favourite, really, really hard. I think the peacock. Yeah, I think it was Claire's peacock.
But that silver chain was lovely. I don't know.
Oh,
too
yeah.
many.
And then
Too
the
many.
perfect pearls. Oh, I need to go and get those. I need to go and get the perfect pearls. Yeah. Do not go anywhere. You get the gorgeous Lara DeLue. She's a fabulous friend of mine and she's very talented and she knows what she's talking about. And producer Tom and the team. So see you on the other side of this. Oh.